And welcome to Hyde Stadium, home of the Oahe Zap, for the finale of our opening day weekend series with the Casper Spuds. The Spuds took both game 1 and 2. Last night was especially close, a 5-4 loss that was tied up until the top of the 8th when two wild pitches consecutively from the Oahe Zap was able to score a run for the Casper Spuds and won them the game, as the Zap could not plate a run in either the bottom of the 8th or the bottom of the 9th. Hi everybody again, it's Brandon Whaley along with my partner Nick Bennett. And looking today at the starting pitchers for both teams. For the Oahe Zap, you have our hometown hero from Pierre, South Dakota, Fort Pierre actually, just across the bridge, is Ridge Leimbach, number 4. And he's a right-handed pitcher, 6'1", 205, a freshman from Emporia State University. He did not play this year, so it'll be interesting to see how he comes out today and contrast that with the styles from Brady Glenn on opening night and the other pitchers that the Zap have put on the mound, like Dupuis and such. So let's go through the starting lineups for each team. Batting first for the Oahe Zap is the center fielder, Dominic DiCarlo. Batting second for the Zap is the designated hitter, number 28, Garen Gledhill. Batting third, the catcher, number 14, Briggs Richard. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Landon Meyer. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 15, Mason Melton. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 11, Quinn Ludvigsen. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 8, Cy Taylor. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Blake Imhoff. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 2, Gavin Frazier. For the Casper Spuds, their starting lineup starts with the left fielder, number 16, Cal Cozens. The catcher, David Denton, number 10, batting second. Batting third, the shortstop, Caden Wilcox. Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 2, Andrew Witt. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 11, Alex Downing. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Cale McCarville. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Addison Patton. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Holden Christensen. And batting ninth is the right fielder and beer batter of the game, number 1, Carter Patak.
We're going to set it down to the field for the Star Spangled Banner.
Thank you. Fans, please remain standing. For the singing of our national anthem, we remind you that proper respect is shown by standing at attention, facing the flag, placing your right hand over your heart, and removing all head cover. Veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag. Tonight's national anthem singer, let's give a big Oahe Zap welcome to Mike Vasile.
Turn up the volume.
This mic's not on.
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem.
Play ball.
And it's time for some baseball on this beautiful Sunday afternoon here at Hyde Stadium.
Pitch tonight will be Keith Briggs, who has helped the team pull Hyde Stadium together.
Wind basically a non-factor as it's right now at 84 degrees, sunny, cumulus clouds long in the distance. As the left fielder, Cal Cozens from Fort Scott Community College, is ready to come up to the plate.
There he comes.
Ridge Linebach
Once again,
about to warm up.
pitch tonight, Keith Briggs.
This is his first practice pitch, is down the middle for a strike.
Together for this, their fourth season.
And Nick, anything to look out for and pay attention to as we get ready to have the opening pitch here at Hyde Stadium?
I would say just see how our team reacts. Not reacts, but comes back after 2 games where they have errors in the field. They moved Lennon Meyer from third base. He had a couple errors yesterday. They moved him to right, where you can't really have an error unless you drop a fly ball, obviously. But with no wind, I don't want to say I see a little bit of the flag moving in right field, but I wouldn't say there's no excuse, but very little to dropping a fly ball. It's clear skies. You got your sunglasses on. Should not lose it in the clouds since there's no clouds, but definitely some nice ones in the distance to right field. You can see that on the stream. And I would say personally that I think the infield, at least the corners, at least down third base in Melton, play halfway down the line with how, especially if they get a leadoff runner on first in the Spuds, they have bunted every single time unless there's 2 outs.
And it's really been those bunts and those short grounders that have doomed the Zap in these first 2 games, along with their inability to plate runners when they have them in scoring position. Yesterday they had the bases loaded with 2 outs. They only plated 1 runner in Ty Farewell in the bottom of the 3rd. That came back to Burnham. They had another runner at third base. 2 innings later, they couldn't plate him. And that eventually became the difference in a 1-run loss as Cal Cozens gets ready to come up to the plate to face Ridge Linebach.
Leading off for the Spuds in the first inning.
And we are just about to get underway in a beautiful Sunday at Hyde Stadium. Glad you could join us. Cal Cozens enters the batter's box. Nobody on, nobody out. First pitch upcoming from Linebach. Readies, kicks and deals. Ball outside and low. 1 ball and no strikes.
87 degrees.
Ball inside. 2-0 now the count. Linebach readies the delivery. Ball high and tight on the inside. 3-0, not the start you want from Linebach. The local kid from Fort Pierre. 4-0, no. The ball on the outside catches the corner. 3-1 the count now on Cal Cozens. Linebach readies, 3-1 offering, high and inside, and he walked the first batter. Cal Cozens now at first. David Denton, the catcher from Gordon State. Yesterday had 4 at-bats, scored 2 runs off of 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Denton readies. Linebach with a man at first. After walking Cozens. The pitch. Down low, scooped up by the catcher. 1-0 now the count. Linebach only 1 strike in his first 6 offerings. The 1-0 delivery down the middle for a strike. And that's a good confidence builder as he evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody out. Man on first. 1-1 delivery, high pop-up, out of play and into the concourse and maybe the road. 1-2 the count. Leinbach 1 strike away from
That foul ball was brought to you
taking
by
out his
Avera
first
Orthopedics.
batter of the ball game.
Possibility, trust Avera Orthopedics.
He readies. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And a foul tip. As Denton just able to catch enough of that as he took a hack at the ball outside. He'll redo the count 1-2 as Cousins was digging for second on that last at bat. Umpire dusts off the plate. Readies to redo the 1-2 offering to Denton. Denton readies the pitch. Down the middle for a strike 3 called looking. Leinbach gets his first man out
That's strike 3 and a long walk.
after walking Cal Cousins, the leadoff batter. 1 out now with Cousins at first.
13, Caden Wilcox.
Caden Wilcox is the shortstop, readies the pitch in the ground for a ball. Cousins easily steals second. 1-0 the count, 1 out. Cousins at second. Leinbach steps on the rubber. Gets the sign. Now steps off. And he steps back on. 1-0 count. He readies the pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball down low and on the outer half of the plate. Evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike apiece. Able to get Wilcox to chase. Leinbach, swing, a high drive to center field, playable though, and caught, throw in, and Cal Cousins will not try to advance to third. As Dominic DiCarlo, a beautiful throw, able to get on top of the hit from Wilcox. And Cousins will stay right where he is at second. With the 4th batter in the lineup, the second baseman Andrew Witt coming to the plate. The first pitch offering down the middle for a strike on Witt. Leinbach readies, looks back to Cousins, then delivers. Swing and a grounder, third base side, but foul as Ludvigsen grabs that one.
Umpire pointed the wrong way. He yelled foul, but he pointed fair. It was foul.
The 0-2 count, 2 outs, top of the first. Leinbach readies and deals. Swing and another grounder, third base side, clearly foul. We'll redo the 0-2 count. Cousins jogs back to second. He steps on the rubber. Leinbach looks back to his first baseman, Ludvigsen. Looks back to Cousins. Then the pitch, up high, and Cousins will easily steal third. He's nearly tries to dig for home, but he slides after he got around the third base bag.
Just sloppy play. We saw that yesterday.
High and inside. Briggs Richard not able to grab it initially. Cousins at third. The pitch from Leinbach, high and outside, and the throw to first, to home, is not in time to retire Cousins, and Cousins will score on another pitch, high and inside, and it just bounced off of Briggs Richards' glove.
Is that 2 or 3 balls?
That's the second ball of the at-bat, evens up the count at 2-2 apiece. Nobody on now as Cal Cousins scored on that wild pitch.
Sometimes I hit it off to the side and I don't.
Briggs Richard couldn't see where the ball had gone, down at his feet, and not able to get back in time. The pitch from Lineback, swing and a miss, and a ball right down the heart of the plate. Unfortunately for Linebacks, gave up the 1 run to Cozens, but nothing else as we go to the bottom of the first inning with the score 1-0. The Casper Spuds lead the Oahe Zap. We'll be back after a quick commercial break.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with CHIP. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You can think about CHIP as an extension of your payroll. With CHIP, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor, you get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
And we are back with the bottom of the first, after the top of the first was completed, with the score being Casper Spuds 1 after Cozens stole home. Leinbach was able to retire. Then Andrew Witt, the second baseman, but not before Cozens stole home. The starting pitcher for the Casper Spuds is number 4 Tyson Mosentine, from Colby Community College. Had his time there this past year, 12 1/3 innings pitched, 2 wins, a loss. He gave up 19 hits. On those 19 hits, 23 runs were scored, struck out 13 batters, and walked 14. As the first batter in the lineup, Dominic DiCarlo, the center fielder, gets ready into the batter's box. Only 2 at-bats yesterday and had a walk in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch. Looked to bunt. He didn't on the ball outside of the strike zone. 1-0 the count. Nobody on, nobody out for the Zap in their opening half of the inning. Mosentine readies. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball deep to left field, but playable and caught. And that will retire the first batter in the order for the Zap, Dominic DiCarlo.
Batting second, the designated hitter, number 28, Garen Gledhill.
Garen Gledhill, the designated hitter out of University of Pikeville, a senior. Righties for the righty-lefty matchup. Nobody on, 1 out in the bottom of the first. The pitch. Swing and a grounder into right field for a base hit. Garen Gledhill gets things started for the Oahe Zap Bats, as that puts the first man on for the Zap in the bottom of the first. With Briggs Richard, the catcher, coming up to the plate. Yesterday had 1 at-bat. He had the one beautiful double on a liner out to right field that barely straddled the right field line. As the pitch from Mosentine, a high fly ball, deep left center field, but shallow and caught. And that will retire Briggs Richard and give the Oahe Zap a second out in this bottom of the first inning.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 24, Landon Meyer.
Landon Meyer, the right fielder out of Southwestern Oklahoma State University. Readies for the first pitch offering from Mosentine. The pitch. Down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Man on first is Garen Gledhill, the designated hitter. The second offering, swing and a miss. A ball down low at the ankles. Evens up the count, 1-1. 2 outs. 1 on at first is Gledhill. Mosentine checks at first. Then readies for the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, deep left field though, before the warning track, and caught by Cal Cozens, the left fielder, to retire the Zap. And we will move to the top of the second with a score 1-0. The Spuds lead the Zap after 1 inning completed.
Our number one goal is to educate you. Did you know that this is how the payment processing industry works? There's a cost from the card brands nobody can change. There's junk fees that sound like they fit. Having a custom fit solution is another reason people move to Chip. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
And we are back, just about to get ready for the second inning. And working on the mound for the Oahe Zap is Ridge Linebach, the local kid out of Fort Pierre, as Alex Dowding will get ready to lead off the second inning for the Casper Spuds. Center fielder from Fort Scott Community College yesterday on 3 at-bats, walked once and struck out once. Sprague Richards gets ready. Casper Spuds were able to plate one runner, Cal Cozens, the left fielder, and the leadoff hitter in this game, after he proceeded to steal second and third, and then stole home after a wild pitch high and inside from Linebach that got away from the catcher, Briggs Richard.
For the Spuds in the second inning, center fielder, number 11, batting fifth, Alex Downing.
Alex, another righty-lefty matchup. Ready for the first pitch offering. Nobody on, nobody out. In the top of the second, the pitch. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1 the count. Good to see from Linebach to get ahead in the count early. The pitch. Swinging a chopper, third base side. The throw to Ludvigsen is in time and easily retires the center fielder Alex Downing for the first out of the inning.
Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 22, Cale McCarville.
McCarville out of Fort Scott Community College. You'll notice a lot of players from Fort Scott Community College on this Casper Spuds roster. The first pitch from Linebach. Swinging a foul tip, but a strike nonetheless. 0-1 the count, 1 out, nobody on. 5 at-bats yesterday, a hit and 3 strikeouts from Cale McCarville. Second pitch offering, a little bit up high, out of the strike zone, evens up the count at 1 apiece. Linebach deals again, and a foul. It looked like the umpire was signaling that it hit his hand. It might have hit his bat instead. They're discussing, McCarville and the umpire are right now.
There's no way that hit his hand and it went all the way back to almost the backstop.
It looked like it hit off his bat initially. And the count now goes to 1-2 with 1 out, nobody on, as the umpire will discuss with Cody McCrary, the head coach of the Casper Spuds. Linebach steps off the mound as the second base umpire comes in to chat with the head coach of the Spuds and the home plate umpire. 1-0 the Spuds lead the Oahe Zap. Top of the second. And their little chat is over. It is still a 1-2 count. 1 out. Nobody on for the Spuds. McCarville steps into the batter's box. Linebach readies for the sign. The pitch. Down low. And that evens up the count now at 2 strikes, 2 balls, 1 out, nobody on. McCarville, the first baseman, readies. The pitch outside. Briggs Richard had to get up off of his feet to go grab that one. Now a full count. Leinbach readies. The full count delivery down low, and he walked him. 3 straight balls, all down low off the strike zone. And that will plate the Casper Spuds' first base runner of this second inning. It's Addison Patton, the third baseman from Nelson University, in the batter's box. Readies, a swing and a miss. Leinbach able to get Patton, to chase on a pitch off the outside corner. 0-1 the count, 1 out. Man on first. The pitch from Leinbach. The throw from the catcher, Briggs Richard, is not in time to catch a stealing McCarville to second. Briggs Richard double clutched that throw as he pulled up out of the ball down low and away. Evens up the count 1 apiece. McCarville at second after stealing second. Pitch down low, scooped up by Briggs Richard. 2-1 the count. Leinbach readies. Looks back at second. Now delivers. Swing and a foul off the Hyde Stadium sign. Evening up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leinbach trying to strand McCarville at second. The pitch down low, and we have yet another full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Man on second is McCarville. Addison Patton, the third baseman. Readies. Leinbach looks back to second. The pitch down low, scooped up by Briggs Richard. And now 2 on, a man at second, man at first. With the 8th batter in the order, the designated hitter, Holden Christensen from Miles Community College. Carter Patak on deck, the right fielder. The pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Good start from Leinbach, trying to get out of a jam in the second and keep it to a 1-run lead for the Casper Spuds. Looks back to second, now delivers. Pitch low, can't find it as Richard, and the batter and the runners will both steal second and third, with McCarville moving to second.
Oh,
McCarville moving to third. Patton to second.
Another wild pitch.
This time, Briggs Richard, he's tried to scoop it up, and then he couldn't find it. In the dirt, the pitch up high. 3 balls and a strike. And now 1 ball away from walking the bases loaded with only 1 out in the top of the second for Leinbach. The 3-1 delivery, swing and a grounder to the third base side. It will get through the gap, and McCarville will score easily to make the score 2-0 in favor of the Casper Spuds. With runners on the corners, that's Addison Patton at third, and a stand-up single from the designated hitter, Holden Christensen. Carter Patak, the last batter in the lineup before we move back to the top with Cal Cozens, the left fielder. Leinbach trying to get out of a jam, already surrendering 1 run in McCarville. Runners at the corners, looks back to first, and he doesn't even see the stealing Holden Christensen, and a throw to home is not in time, and a throw to third, that time is able to pick off Holden Christensen, who was getting a little greedy in stealing second, and now tried to dig for third, and a double play both at home, picking off Patton and Christensen to get out of a runners on the corners jam and only surrender 1 run, which McCarville came home on. And after the top of the second, we will move to the bottom of the second with the score 2-0 in favor of the Casper Spuds. You've been watching the Oahe Zap.
If you are interested in just learning more about the payment processing industry, or if you're wondering if your rates are good, that's exactly why CHIP exists. We can set up a short meeting to have a discussion about your business. We can evaluate different options and present to you a few different ways. You can give us a ring, 605-569-3752. You can also go to our website, it's chip.cc. We would love to help you.
Tyson Mostantine back on the mound for the Casper Spuds, trying to remain in front, 2-0 on the Casper Spuds. A crazy, wild turn of events as you had runners on the corners with Patton and Christensen. Christensen was at first. After a wild pitch, after Briggs, after the pitcher, Weinbach, didn't throw it to second after Christensen was digging for second. He threw the pitch, was able to get Patton at home, then threw it back to third for a stealing Christensen and turned into a double play, which netted only one run for the Casper Spuds. And now the Oahe Zap back in the batter's box with Mason Melton, the third baseman, at the plate. Nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the second inning. Mason Melton ready for the first pitch offering. Swinging grounder. Back up the middle. Diving catch made by Wilcox. The throw to first is not in time to McCardle. And we have a stand-up single for Mason Melton, the third baseman.
Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 11.
And Quinn Ludvigsen, the first baseman, enters the batter's box with one on in Mason Melton. Nobody out in the bottom of the second. Ludvigsen from Minnesota State Mankato Rays for the first pitch offering. Right down the middle for a strike. Mostantine loses his hat, collects it, puts it right back up on his head. 0-1 the count, no outs. One on is Mason Melton. Looks back to first base as Mostantine readies and delivers. Swing and a high fly ball deep. Right center field. Gets into the gap between the center fielder and right fielder. The throw is in and it will be cut off as Mason Melton digs for the plate. He is safe as the throw to home is late to David Denton. And the Oahe Zap have put one run on the board. And now it is a 2-1 ball game in the bottom of the second.
Number 8,
And Cy Taylor, the shortstop, coming to the plate. Ludvigsen switches out gloves. He stands at second. Nobody out. Bottom of the second inning. 2-1. The Zap have crawled back within one. Mostantine looks back. Now delivers. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 the count. Mostantine gets the sign. Readies. Ludvigsen at second. The pitch. Swinging a chopper. Third base side. Dangerous territory for a double play, but instead they just get the man on second.
Oh, they didn't.
Oh, wow.
They did
They
call
did
out.
not.
He was safe by a mile. Nope.
They did not get Ludvigsen.
batting 8, left fielder, number 1, Blake Imhoff.
As Blake Imhoff at the plate. Readies with nobody out. 2 men on. 2-1. The Casper Spuds lead. The pitch. Down low. as Imhoff was looking to bunt. Left fielder out of the University of Minnesota Morris, a junior. Readies with a 1-0 count and 2 men on. Mosentine looks back to second, then delivers. The pitch, Blake Imhoff looking to bunt again. And 2 balls and no strikes.
No, it's 1-1.
1-1.
1-1.
Oh, he called it a strike?
As that was low off,
It looked like a ball, but he called it a strike.
low in the strike zone. As Mosentine delivers the 1-1 count. That one's low, and that one's definitely a ball. 2-1 now the count.
It's easier that way.
You were just ahead of your time.
Yeah.
Mosentine gets the sign. 2 men on. Nobody out. Like him off. Readies for the pitch. A bunt.
Great bunt.
The pitcher throws to first, and it is not in time. And we have loaded bases with nobody out for the Oahe Zap in this bottom of the second inning. A beautiful bunt by Blake Imhoff. Had to get Mosentine to run all the way over
Number 2, Devin.
and collect, and he couldn't throw in time to McCarville. And now we have a meeting at the mound with 3 men on and nobody out. Zap trying to take the lead for the first time today. Gavin Frazier, the second baseman, will be up to bat out of the University of Pikeville. Yesterday, he was at bat twice, grounded out to the shortstop in the bottom of the first, and grounded out to the third baseman in the bottom of the third inning. David Den goes back to his catcher spot. Mosentine readies.
Oh, until he actually lands on the bag.
Tying run 90 feet from home plate. Mosentine readies. Delivers. Pitch. And a high ball into the center field gap. 2 runners will score. It is an RBI single. And Gavin Frazier will be at second. With Imhoff at third. And a 3-1 Zap lead. And a 3-run second inning, hopefully for them, they can continue taking advantage of these opportunities with men in scoring position. Dominic DiCarlo as we head back to the top of the order. Readies. Mosentine delivers. Pitch down low. Scooped up by David Denton. 1-0 the count. Imhoff at third. Gavin Frazier at second. Nobody out in the bottom of the second. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip back into the netting. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. Zap now lead 3-2. For them, they'd like to get a little more insurance on this 1-run lead. They couldn't plate runners in these positions yesterday and on Friday. Can they now? Mosentine delivers right down the middle for a strike 2. 1-2 the count. Nobody out. 2-3 the Zap lead. Imhoff at third. Frazier at second. Gets the sign. Mosentine readies. Delivers. Swing and a chopper. Third base side. Foul territory. He will stay at a 1-2 count. Nobody out. Men at second and third. Mosentine readies as DiCarlo gets back in the batter's box. The pitch, swing, and a ball lifted to the right fielder and caught by the third baseman, or first baseman,
by the second baseman.
And that's Andrew Witt, who comes in from his second base position to retire Dominic DiCarlo for the first out of the inning. Garen Gledhill, the designated hitter, readies with 2 men on, 1 out. Pitch down low at the ankles, 1-0 the count, 1 out. 2-3, the Zap lead. Mosentine readies. Kicks and deals. Pitch high and outside. 2-0 the count. Garen Gledhill trying to induce a bases loaded situation or plate 1 or 2 of these runners on the bases. Imhoff or Frazier. The pitch inside. 3-0 the count. As Gledhill had to step back for a moment and avoid the pitch with a 3-0 count, 1 out. Imhoff at 90 feet away from the home plate bag. Mosentine, a swing and a miss. And a foul off of that swing. 3-1 the count, 1 out. Garen Gledhill just able to get a piece of that. It rolled behind the catcher, David Denton. Mosentine kicks and deals, swinging a foul out of play into the street. And we have a full count, 3-2 with 1 out. Imhoff at third, Frazier at second. Garen Gledhill trying to add some more runs to this 1-run Oahe Zap lead in the second. Mosentine. The pitch fouled off again. We'll redo the full count, 3-2. Garen Gledhill steps back into the batter's box. Mosentine kicks and deals. And a ball just on top of the strike zone, and it will not be a called strike 3. Instead, it will be a walk, and now the bases are loaded for Briggs Richard, the catcher. Just off the top of the strike zone, and the umpire did not call it. And the Zap have now walked the bases loaded with 1 out. The pitch down low and outside. Then scoops it up and throws it back to Mosentine. 1-0 count, 1 out. Bottom of the second. Imhoff at third, Frazier at second, and Gledhill at first. Kicks and deals. High and inside. Ducking is Briggs Richard, the catcher, to avoid getting hit. 2-0 the count, as Andrew Witt has a word with his pitcher, Tyson Mosentine. Trying to limit the damage out of the Spuds, already trailing by 1, having given up 3 runners in this bottom of the second frame. Mosentine readies for the 2-0 delivery. Swinging a grounder through the third base side. It will plate Imhoff, and Frazier will stop at third. Still the bases are loaded, and the Zap have opened up a 2-run lead over the Casper Spuds in the bottom of the second. Stand-up single from Briggs Richard, the catcher, as Landon Meyer, the right fielder, will come to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch offering, swing and a miss at a ball down low on the strike zone. 0-1 the count, 1 out. Ball in play can still plate Frazier. The pitch, swing and a miss at a ball down low, scooped up by Denton. 0-2 the count. Mosentine Gets a sign. The 0-2 with bases loaded. He delivers. Swing and a grounder, first base side. McCarville taps on the bag. And Frazier will score to extend the lead to 3, 5-2. With runners now at second and third, but now dangerous territory for the Zap, 2 outs.
The third baseman, number 15, Mason.
Mason Melton, the 5th batter in the order, will come up to the plate
How you doing, Shock?
Is it 5?
with 2 men on, 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
Yes.
5, yep.
Oh, shit.
The pitch just outside for ball 1.
Is it 1 out or 2?
2 out.
Okay. I thought I hit the out instead of the run.
Constantine
1.
working on a 1-0 count, delivers, swinging a grounder to Wilcox. He throws to McCarville and will retire the Zap. But a 5-run bottom of the second
5 runs for your
will take the lead for the Zap as they have taken a 3-run lead over the Casper Spuds, 5-2. As we will go to the top of the third with Nick Bennett taking over after this word from our sponsors. You've been watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
Our number 1 goal is to educate you. Did you know that this is how the payment processing industry works? There's a cost from the card brands nobody can change. There's junk fees that sound like they fit. Having a custom fit solution is another reason people move to Chip. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment. Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with Chip. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You could think about Chip as an extension of your payroll. With Chip, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor, you get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
Sorry for the double ad, folks. Just want to get scorecards correct as we went around the whole lineup in that inning. Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 hits in that inning alone. 6 hits for 5 runs. That is really good. Hopefully, with that jump of a lead for a 3-run, we can hold that lead in this one. Because we've blown leads in the past 2 games on Friday and on Saturday.
Leinbach has gotten out of 2 jams so far. He's been a little bit off with his control. Richard has had 2 pitches that have gotten away from him that he couldn't find, and that has led to the 2 runs coming across the plate for the Casper Spuds.
Spuds is our beer batter. The right fielder, number 1, Carter Patak.
The 9-hole, the beer batter, Carter Patak.
$1 off beer, the rest
Tack.
of the inning. So cheer on your Zap for the strikeout.
That's Leinbach on the rubber. Not stepped on yet as he kicks off dirt off his cleats.
Patak from Prince George Community College on Friday had 2 at-bats and scored a
Kick
run.
and deals. Swing and miss. Got it by the batter and Patak.
Made him chase that ball outside of the strike zone.
On 1 count. Crucial for Leinbach as it's a grounder up to the shortstop in Frazier. He makes the play over to Ludvigsen for the first out. And as I was saying, it's crucial to start off hot. That's a routine 4-3.
Left fielder, number 16, Cal Cousins.
Cal Cousins, the leadoff batter, reached on a walk and came around to score reached on a walk, stole second, and then came around to score off of some wild pitches. Pitch shot from Lineback. Ball into the dirt, gets past the catcher and Richards. Thankfully, though, no runners on. Lineback has thrown a lot of low and away pitches to righty batters. Pitch down. Ball 2 into the dirt. Same pitch. This one kind of blocked but from Richards. Scoots out to his left. Zap hold a 5-2 lead. Leg kick of deals. Called strike 2, strike 1. Cousins trying to get reach on base again. Pitch down. Swing miss into a ball into the dirt. Now it's all twos. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the third. Here in Pierce, South Dakota. Beautiful day. Pitch down. Swing and miss. Got it by Cousins for his third strikeout, of this game.
Well, that was a beautiful job setting up Cal Cousins because you've been going low outside most of the at-bat, and then you go in in the middle of the strike zone for strike 2, and then you go up high with the four-seam and blow it right by Cal Cousins. He wasn't expecting it, and when he did, he swung late. And now you got 2 outs in this top of the third.
Ball outside, hits the glove of Richards, but bounces off. 4-1. David Denton struck out looking in his last at-bat in the top of the first. Wearing number 10, sitting in the 2-hole. Pitch down. Pop up, reaches out of play, into the stands. Hopefully no fan was hit as that was going towards the bleachers. Moving to a 1-1 count. As that player will give the home plate umpire more baseballs. As many out of play hits in this one so far. Pitch down. Call for a ball. Cal will move 2-1. Ball inside. Pitch down from Lineback. Swing and miss on a changeup. Changeup a little outside and low. 2-2 count, 2 outs. No runners on. Pitch down. Swing and miss. Got it by the batter in Denton. And 2 strikeouts. A quick inning there from Lineback as we move to the bottom of the third for the Zap Bats to keep it going. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with CHIP. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You can think about CHIP as an extension of your payroll. With CHIP, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor, you get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
Back for some Oahe Zap Baseball for the bottom. No, I can't keep. I'm trying to broadcast respectfully. As we're broadcasting the bottom of the third, Brandon, the Zap, went all the way around the lineup. Quinn Ludwigson, Mason Mellon started off the inning and then finished it. Quinn Ludwigson to start. And how can the Zap keep on going in this game?
Well, they've been playing small ball, and that's what you want to see. They've been finally getting the ball into the gaps. You look at left field; they were able to plate 1 run with that single from Briggs Richard. You saw multiple balls through the right field gap between the second baseman Andrew Witt and the first baseman Cale McCarville. So you're seeing them work the pitch count, and then you're seeing them take advantage when Mostantine gives them a favorable pitch. And that's what you really want to see, some growth out of this Oahe Zap baseball team. And a 5-run second inning is definitely going to give your batters confidence to continue going out there and say, hey, we can get this pitcher into a high enough pitch count that he'll give us a favorable pitch right down the heart of the plate.
An interesting little fact here. We have 7 hits already through 2 innings. 14 total through 2 games. Pitch down. Lovinson watches strike 1. The Spuds, 15 hits through 2 games. Sitting at 1 today. Constantine sets, leg kick and deals. Lovinson watches ball 1 high. Not many clouds. On the screen you can see some clouds. That's really the only ones in the sky. Some to our right. I can't see behind us, obviously. And a little north of us. Pitch down. Lovinson watches ball 2 into the dirt. Count move 2-1. Lovinson doubled in his previous at bat in the last inning. Scored an RBI as he scored Mellon. Pitch down. Grounder down the first base line. That will land in foul territory. Count will move to 2-2. Constantine trying to keep his composure. Gave up the 5 runs and 6 hits, but stopped 2 runners from scoring when he got the last out to Melton. Pitch down. Lovinson watches ball 3 high. Count move full.
And that's what I was talking about. Making sure you're getting the count to a full count almost every time to test Constantine and to give you a favorable pitch.
Constantine sets, leg kick and deals. Lovinson fouled it off, hit the top of the hide sign. Count will remain full.
See, that pitch was high but in the strike zone, and that was a great job by Ludvigsen to make sure he fouls it off to get a pitch that you know is going to be either in the dirt or right down the heart of the plate.
Lovinson pulled out his inner Otani yesterday in pitching. Pitch down. High fly ball down the right field line. The right fielder under it in Patak. He makes the routine catch. And F9 charge to Ludvigsen.
Good contact there by Ludvigsen. Just couldn't drop enough in front of Patak. But still, not a bad at-bat and not something that you would want to swing at.
Cy Taylor reached on a single in his last at-bat. Following him is Imhoff. Pitch down. Taylor watches strike 1 low. Following him is Blake Imhoff, singled in his last at-bat, just like many people. And on double deck is Kevin Frazier, who also singled in the last inning. Pitch down. Fouled off. Towards the Spud dugout. Count will move 0-2. Seen with 1 out. After Ludvigsen flew out to right. Spuds trail 2-5. After that, put up a 5 spot. Last inning, pitch down. Ball outside and low. Good take there from Taylor. Taylor in the right-hander's batter's box. Constantine sets and delivers. Watches a ball. Nope, gets hit. Didn't look like it hit him. But nonetheless, he will walk via the hit by pitch to first. As they will do a pitcher's meeting, as a new pitcher will be coming into the game, it looks like, from the bullpen.
You would think that at this time, if he hadn't plated a runner, then maybe you would keep him in the ball game. But he's clearly getting worked out there by the Zap batters. He's clearly giving them favorable pitches to swing at. They're not hard hits by any means. They're just these bloops and singles and grounders into the gaps, and that's what's really killing you.
Yes, it looks like number 12. Dub Chipman.
For the Spuds, number 12, Dub Chipman.
Yet another player from Fort Scott Community College.
So we hear Let's Go Zap chant into the stands. Pitch down. As we await Chipman to get ready, as Muscatine's line is not yet closed with that hit by pitch against Cy Taylor. It is looking like for Muscatine, if the Zap do not score and maybe don't get any more hits, don't get a hit in this inning, Muscatine's line will be 6 earned runs through, well, technically, for the innings pitch, she's 2 1/3. Giving up 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 5 runs. Not many walks from Muscatine. I have only charged 1 walk, as a hit by pitch does not calculate as a walk. Learned that through stats last night. Probably should have known that with a career in baseball.
He was relatively calm and composed. His balls outside were not anything egregious. But the Zap batters were able to get him at a full count and then take advantage of that. They didn't really need a walk at any point. They were able to single, I believe, 3 or 4 times in this ball game so far.
Blake Imhoff singled in his last at bat. Coming up now with a runner on first and Taylor. Both him and Taylor came around to score for the Zap in the last inning. Pitch down as Imhoff watches strike 1. A lefty-lefty matchup. Toughest battle if you're a lefty batter. Leg kick and deals. Imhoff watches ball 1 outside. Count moves all ones. 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch down. Called strike 2, low and in. As Taylor will take a small lead at first, not being too aggressive. About 2 steps, maybe make it 3. Pitch down. Ball inside. About the same pitch as the last one, but call the ball this time. 2-2 count. 5-2 lead for the Zap. Pitch down. High and in ball to Imhoff. As Imhoff had to lean out of the way. And a full count. As the Spuds look for a double play here from Chipman. Pitch down. Runner runs. Foul tip to the backstop. As you'll see a runner run. I mean, sometimes. Since there's only 1 out. If there's 2 outs, they're a guaranteed run. There's Imhoff in the lefty's box. Southpaw versus lefty. Leg kick and deals. Watches ball 4 inside. A good at bat from Imhoff, going from 2 strikes and walking to first, and Taylor moves to second, still with 1 out.
Trust Eagle Consulting. They're simply the best. The second baseman, number 2, Gavin Fraser.
Gavin Frazier up now. The righty-lefty matchup. First pitch. Grounder down the third baseline. That will reach to the corner. Rounding third is the first batter as he still finds it. And that would be a RBI double from Frazier. As Taylor comes around to score, Imhoff moves to third. And Frazier with the double. Now 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, great job. Again, you're extending these at-bats. And this time, Frazier was able to say, hey, I'm going to be able to just bloop it so that Patton couldn't get there, but it gets right down the third base side, and it falls right before it goes into the corner. Great job.
Pitch out from Chipman. DiCarlo watches, ball 1. DiCarlo flew out to left field and then flew out to second base. Pitch down. Watches strike 1. 1-1 count to DiCarlo. Shipman gave up 1 run, but that was not earned. That finishes Massatine's line as DiCarlo watches ball 2. Thought about it, but pulled back. As that does finish. Chipman on the bump. Late kick and deals. That's a high fly ball to the right center field gap. Center fielder makes the catch. Runner will tag in Imhoff. He will cross the plate easy. And a good at-bat there from DiCarlo production as he sack flies to center.
Yeah, a great sack fly. And Downing, you could tell he got under it and could track it just as it left DiCarlo's bat. But DiCarlo, when he needs to, that was good contact, and he knew it was going to be long enough so that Imhoff could tag and reach home plate. And now the Zap have really opened up this ball game, now leading by 5.
Pitch down. Gledhill watches ball 1 high. The Zap have almost scored almost the same amount of runs they have in the first 2 days. At 7, they've scored 9 through game 1 and game 2. Chip in, pitch down. Ball into the dirt. Runner in Frazier will advance from second to third via the wild pitch.
Well, the difference is between today and yesterday and Friday that now they're able to plate these runners in scoring position. They had them in the first 2 games. It's just they couldn't find the gaps where they could hit those singles, those doubles. And today they are, and they're taking great advantage of it.
Pitch home. Foul tip to the backstop as it hits the backstop and rolls almost all the way to third base, where Coach Jamie will pick it up. Two and 1 count. Gledhill with the red bat. Chipman. Late kick and deals home. Foul tip to the backstop once again, as the count will move 2 and 2.
That's a good job to decide, hey, I'm going to pull the trigger on this, and I'm going to try to foul this off and live for another pitch, because that ball was right down the heart of the plate. If he lets that go and watches it, that's a strike 3, and we're moving on to the 4th.
Chipman sets, delivers home. Called ball.
Wow.
And I thought that was a strike 3 looking from Gledhill.
Denton framed it up. It was a bit lower than where he put it after he initially framed it. But still, umpire decided it was lower than the strike zone. Full count.
Chipman down. Swing and miss. Foul tip.
Just able to get a piece of it as it chopped behind the catcher.
Count will remain full. As Gledhill trying to score an RBI, potentially make his second walk. Pitch down. Swing and miss. Got it by Gledhill. Well, the Zap put on another 2 as they move it to a 7-2 lead as we move to the Top of the fourth as the Spuds try and claw their way back. Nonetheless, we'll move to another ad break. Back in 30 seconds. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with Chip. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You could think about Chip as an extension of your payroll. With Chip, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor, you get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
It's time for the top of the fourth as the Casper Spuds coming in as Linebach still on the bump. As he's given up only one hit, but 2 earned runs. Couple runs via of some wild pitches. We saw this yesterday and on Friday for the opening day. Something the Zaps still need to work on from their catchers and pitchers. Sitting top of the fourth, Zap lead 7-5. There's a catcher. A throw back. Next one possibly the pitch down. As Kane Wilcox will lead it off. Flew out to center field into Carlo in his last at bat. Back in the first inning.
For the Spuds in the fourth inning, the shortstop, number 13, Caden Wilcox.
Pitch down. First pitch called for a strike.
Well, and you've seen Linebach. He's rushing these at-bats. He is really going quickly after every pitch.
Pitch home. Ball low and away. Similar pitch that we've seen one too many times. Through 3 innings. Linebach sets, leg kick and deals. Called ball inside. 2-1 count. Leg kick and deals. That's a ground ball to the third baseman. He had it as it goes into left field. Wilcox rounds first base. Will retreat back. And that's a good start for the Spuds with a leadoff single.
Well, Mason Melton, you saw at third base. He switched because Landon Myers yesterday and the day before was at third. But he stumbled a bit as he was trying to get out of his stance to field that chopper. And he stumbled and let it go through the third base side.
Ball into the dirt. Kept in front of it by Richards. Leg kick and deals. Pop up over the concourse, possibly into the street. As it probably makes a 1, 2, 3 bounces. Rolls by my tire. Hunter takes the lead. He will run. Swing and miss. Pop up to left center field. The center fielder makes the catch. Wilcox will retreat back to first as Witt flies out to center.
It was good contact, but Dominic DiCarlo settled under it well, and you could tell right when there was contact on it that it wasn't the amount of contact that you'd want out of a hitter.
Linebach sets and delivers. That's another short little fly ball that will land just short of the left fielder Nemhoff. And the Zap have something going here. After a single from Wilcox, he moves up to second, and Downing reaches first.
Downing, that's a great example of the contrast between the high fly ball that you saw that was caught by the center fielder Dominic DiCarlo and then Downing was able to lay it between the left fielder Imhoff and then Dominic DiCarlo.
Linebacker delivers. Good stop by Richards as that was a low and away ball.
This inning is brought to you by Richie Z's Brickhouse Barbecue and Grill.
Linebacker sets. Checks the runner at second and Wilcox. Pitch down. Call ball low. Count will move 2-0.
The barbecue is hot, the drinks are cold, and nobody.
Sitting still, one out. After the fly out to center from Andrew Witt to DiCarlo. Pitch down. Chopper down the third base line in foul territory. Count will move 2-1. As Cale McCarville trying to do something, reached on a walk, stole base, and then came around to score for the Spuds' second only run in this one, in this early game so far. Pitch down. Liner to the netting down the first base line. Count move to 2-2. Another 2-2 count. Carville trying to do something with it. Pitch down, runners run. Chopper, throw down to third. Tag, and the umpire calls safe at third as that was a great double steal.
Yeah, McCarville swung at the pitch down low, and then immediately the catcher, Breaks Richard, was able to throw.
Yeah, he check swung. It was called a ball from the home plate umpire.
But Melton
move full.
Melton just didn't get there in time.
Pitch down. Swing and a miss. Got it by McCarville to send down to 2 outs.
Strike 3 and a long walk back to the dugout.
Well, and again, great pitching by Leinbach to say, hey, I'm going to set you up with a ball down low on the inside, and then I'm going to come back with a fastball right down the middle. The hitter's, McCarville's not going to expect
Leinbach sets and delivers. Called strike. I'm loving how Leinbach is pitching. Pitch down. Swing and miss. Got it by Patton.
He's keeping the hitters on their toes.
It's like he has a pitch clock that he has to keep up with. More like a 10-second one, not a 15 one. Down. Chopper back to the Spuds dugout. Count will remain 0-2. So in 0-2, 2 outs. 2 runners on in scoring position. 1 in Wilcox and then 1 in Downing. Downing at second, Wilcox at third. From left to right in the infield, Melton at third, Taylor at short, Frazier at second, and Loveson at first. In the outfield, Imhoff at left, DiCarlo at center, and Meyer at right. And Richards behind the plate. 0-2 pitch delivered. Called high. Good stop from Richards, not letting that get behind and allowing another run to score off a wild pitch. Pitch down. Called strike 3. Got him looking. Great pitch there from Leinbach, and he now sits at 6 strikeouts on the day as we move to the bottom of the 4th for more possible Zap runs. You're watching Oahe Zap Live.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with CHIP. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You can think about CHIP as an extension of your payroll. With CHIP, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor, you get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
And it's back for the bottom of the 4th as I put the scoreboard back on as the Spuds failed to score with 2 runners on this pond in scoring position. As Leinbach now sits with 6 strikeouts on the day, has only given up 3 hits. Gave 1 up in the 2nd and then 2 back in that top of the 4th.
Well, he's been living in dangerous territory. He had two runners there, third and second, was able to get out of a jam after having only one out in that frame. And then in previous outings, he's given up a few of these runs, but he's always been able to get through with great pitches and great pitch work by saying, okay, I'm going to set you up here, I'm going to go fastball right down the middle, then I'm going to go down low and outside, then I'm going to hit you inside or up high, and he's been really confusing the batters, making them chase, and that's what's allowed the Zap to get out to the 7-2 advantage.
Yep, Briggs Richards up. Leading off. Flew out to left field. Pitch down to him. First pitch called for a ball. Wasn't even ready for that first pitch, honestly. Thought we still had one more to throw down. Flew out to left in his first at-bat and then singled in the second. Pitch down. Chopper, foul ball to the Zap dugout.
Chipman hasn't fared much better against the Zap batters than Mossentine did, just because it hasn't been the pitch difference, but it's been the way the Zap are attacking the ball.
Chipman, leg kick and deals. Ball into the dirt. Hits the batter and Richards.
It looked like it initially bounced right off of his foot and then lighted up high in the air. Another great job by the Zap, drawing these hit by pitches, drawing these walks, and then laying these liners into the gaps. And that's why they have this 5-run lead.
You get a base hit, or how do you get on it? You got it.
Chipman delivers. Strike one, looking to Meyer. Chipman, pickoff attempt. Sliding back, safe is Richards. Spuds trail 2-7. Runner on first, no outs. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch down. Call ball. Count will move 1-1. Beautiful clouds in our background, Brandon.
You're not kidding.
Thankfully, the fans at home or wherever they're watching can see. Pitch down. Called strike too low. 1-2 count to Landon Meyer. Flew out to left in his last at bat and grounded out to first. Flew out to left in his first at bat and then grounded out to first. Back in the second. Pitch down. High for ball two, excuse me. Count will move 2-2. Mason Melton on deck. Batted twice in the same inning in the second. Pitch down. That's a fly ball down the third base line. The third baseman in pen. He gets under it, makes the first out. As the runner in Richards retreats back to first. 15, Mason Melton. The righty-lefty matchup as he gets into the back of the righty box, right-hander's batter's box. Richards reached via hit by pitch. Pitch down. Call for a ball. Chipman and Leinbach pitching fast. Leg kick of deals. That's a fly ball to center field. The center fielder in Downing. He makes the catch underneath it. As Richards will retreat once again back to first. So that's the second out. Number 11, Quinn Lugvidson. Hit by pitch to Richards. Landmeyer flew out to third. Then Mellon just flew out to center. Quinn Lugvidson flew out to right field in his last at-bat. RBI double in his first. Pitch down. Called strike one. Lugvidson trying to keep up his 1-for-2 day. Possibly making it 2-for-3. As a runner on first. Pickoff attempt. Richards Back sliding safe. Leg kick of deals. Runner runs and Richards. Throw down to second. Richards is out by a mile. That will be the third out. Ludvigsen will lead off for the bottom of the fifth. But we move to the fifth inning nonetheless. And Brandon will take back over for play-by-play for the fifth and sixth inning. And then I'll take over for the seventh. And then Brandon will finish it off for the eighth and ninth. Back after this quick ad break. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with CHIP. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You can think about CHIP as an extension of your payroll. With CHIP, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor, you get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
As we get ready for the top of the fifth inning, we see some tug-of-war games going on the field as the Zap take the outfield. Zap out to a 7-2 lead, thanks to great small ball. Some singles aided by Briggs Richard, Mason Melton, and the like. And some great gutsy pitching by Leinbach, who has gotten himself out of many jams, notably the last inning. Then the top of the fourth, he had men on second and third, and was able to get the next batter out and preserve the 5-run lead for the Zap. Holden Christensen, the designated hitter, will be coming up to the plate, looking to cut into this Zap lead. Nick, anything to add before we get underway in this top of the fifth inning?
No, I'm loving the fast pitching from both Chipman and Leinbach. Acting like there's a pitch clock, even though there's not. I think a lot of these guys, even though some of them have not pitched in college yet, are experiencing the pitch clock and want to keep this game going quickly.
They are, and I think especially Leinbach, he's catching the Casper Spuds off guard by that, and not only that, his pitching, his choices, and his consistent inconsistency with how he places and what pitches he throws have led to only 3 hits being allowed by Leinbach so far through 4 innings of play. Leinbach steps on the rubber as we get underway.
For the Spuds in the fifth inning, designated hitter, number 23, Holden Christensen.
Holden Christensen from House Community College sets, deals, and a ball down low, skips to the catcher, and Briggs Richard. 1-0 the count, no outs, nobody on. Leinbach sets and deals, swing and a foul back into the third base netting, first base netting, right field netting. Evens up the count at 1 strike. Leinbach readies and gets the sign. Christensen, and the pitch is right down the middle for a strike. 1-2 the count. Christensen readies. Leinbach kicks and deals. Swing, and did he go? Asking, no, he did not. First base umpire did not concur, as we will go to a 2-2 count. Leinbach delivers, pitch down low, in the dirt. Full count now. Briggs Richard scooped it up. Leinbach readies, Nobody on, nobody out in the top of the 5th inning. Linebacker delivers. Pitch in the backstop. Scooped up by Richard, but Christensen already at first.
Next up is the beer batter.
And we go to the 9th batter in the order. Carter Patak, the 3rd baseman. The right fielder, excuse me.
Personally, I don't see why. I understand he has some wild pitches, but I would keep Lineback in, and hopefully this is just only a quick pitchers meeting, maybe not taking him out. I don't see anyone warming up.
Doesn't look like it, no.
I don't really see a point. You've only given up 2 runs, and that was in the first 2 innings. And you've only given up 3 hits. Yep, Jamie will just quickly talk to his pitcher and infielders.
Well, just to give him some words of encouragement and say, hey, those last few pitches, those were scooped up in the dirt. Unfortunately, your catcher, Briggs Richard, couldn't get to him, and that's why you have Holden Christensen at first. But just focus on the next batter. Do what you did in the top of the 4th. And catch the Spuds batters off guard by your pitching and by your selection. The pitch at the knees for a strike. 0-1 the count on Carter Patak, the beer batter out of Prince George Community College. Second pitch offering is also catching the lower part of the strike zone, both around the knees. 0-2 the count.
I see a high fastball going to happen here.
Let's see if we have one from Lineback. A man at first. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Tip back into the netting.
Was a fastball.
It was indeed. 0-2. We'll redo the count. No outs. One man on.
He's going to try something off speed. Low and away. Runner's going to run.
Swing and a miss. High ball inside. And he got him.
And that is the beer batter.
Yep. 1 out. In the top of the 5th. We go back to the top of the lineup with Cal Cozens, the left fielder, taking a ball low and inside, scooting out of the way. 1-0 the count. 1 out. Christensen at first. Zap leading by 5, 7-2. They've controlled the better part of this game. Second pitch of the at-bat in there for a strike. Cozens was tempted to go and chase. He didn't. It's a strike anyway, and evens up the count at 1 apiece. The pitch, swing and a foul tip back into the netting. 1-2. Took a hack at it, was able to get a piece, but not enough to put it in play. Lineback checks the runner at first. Moves back to the rubber. And delivers. Swing and a base hit right back up the middle. Dominic DiCarlo will throw it in. And now 2 men on with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Lineback start to get a little shaky. David Denton, the catcher, second man in the order from Gordon State.
I wouldn't say shaky. I mean, it's only the 4th hit he's given up in this game. Through 4 1/3.
Checks the man at second. The first pitch offering. High pop up. Left field side will get over the fence. Yes, just barely.
Melton jumped up.
He did.
Did not reach over though. You can't. You gotta reach over.
He tried his best, but eventually let it go, as he didn't extend his arm over the wall when he jumped. 0-1 the count though. 1 out. 2 men on. Cozens at first. Patak at second. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball into the center field gap. It will get down. Dominic. Throw to third is safe. The call. Wow. And a cacophony of boos from the crowd as the umpire will go back to home plate. Wow, that's a
Third baseman
surprising
Mountain
call.
had to jump for it.
He did.
They say the runner in Christensen was safe.
The pitch, high fly ball, deep right field,
That will
back,
definitely score one.
and caught. Tagging is Christensen, and he will get to the plate. Cutting the lead to 4. With now 2 outs, 2 men on at first and second for the Zap. Leading 7-3.
Second baseman.
Leinbach trying to get out of another jam. Only surrendering 1 run so far in the top of the 5th. Andrew Witt, the second baseman, up to bat. Leinbach checks the runner at second. Delivers a pitch inside for ball 1. It looked like he was tempted to call it a strike on the inside corner. He did not. Instead, 2 outs, 1-0 the count. Leinbach double and triple checks the runner at second. The throw is down low, scooped up by Briggs Richard, the catcher. 2-0 the count, 2 outs. Denton at first. The pitch up high for ball 3. 3-0 the count. Will Leinbach walk the bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. The pitch up high, nearly hit Andrew Witt. And yes, indeed, Leinbach has walked the bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 5th, starting to look tired. And Alex Downing, the center fielder from Fort Scott Community College,
Number 11, Alex Downing.
will come up to the plate. A righty-lefty matchup. Umpire has a few words for Briggs Richard. The pitch from Leinbach. Swing and a foul tip back into the netting. 0-1 the count. Leinbach trying to limit the damage to only 1 run given up in this top of the 5th frame. Hurries up and pitch right down the middle for a strike. Briggs Richard tried to pick off the runner at first. Could not do so, though. The pitch. High fly ball. Shallow left field. Ranging in is Blake Imhoff, the left fielder, to make the catch. And the top of the 5th is over with only 1 run given up by Ridge Leinbach. The score is now 7-3. The Zap still lead commandingly over the Casper Spuds. We'll be back with more Oahe Zap baseball after this quick commercial.
We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You can think about Chip as an extension of your payroll. With Chip, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor. You get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
And we are back with the Zaps leading 7-3, a 4-run ball game as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Zap have controlled this game ever since a 5-run second inning as Doug Chipman will come back onto the plate from Fort Scott Community College. With Cy Taylor, the shortstop from Nelson University, Ludvigsen, will lead off. Just ahead of myself there is Cy Taylor's next. It will be up to bat after Ludvigsen. No men on, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Ludvigsen steps into the batter's box. The pitch from Chipman. And a foul out of play over the fence on the left field side. 0-1 the count.
That foul ball was brought to you by Barrel Orthopedics. From pain to possibility, trust Barrel Orthopedics.
Nobody out, nobody on. Chipman readies for the 0-1 delivery. Little bit high. Just outside of the strike zone, evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike apiece. Chipman gets the sign. Readies, kicks and deals. Pitch scooped up. We will move to a 2-1 count. Nobody on, nobody out. Readies, swings and a high fly ball into the center right field gap. It will drop. And Ludvigsen has a lead-off single to start off the bottom of the 5th with now the shortstop side Taylor.
The shortstop, number 8.
Coming to the plate.
Taylor.
Beautiful ball that dropped in between Downing and his right fielder, Carter Patak. Chipman readies. Ludvigsen takes a decent lead. The pitch inside for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Again, Ludvigsen takes a decent lead. Checks the run at first, double checks the pitch, grounder, back up the middle. Can they get 2? They get 1, and they get the second out at first with McCarville getting the double play as Cy Taylor was caught at first. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 5th. With the 8th batter in the order, Blake Imhoff, the left fielder, coming up to the plate with nobody on and 2 off. And Connor Goldberg, I'm just being told, is a pinch hitter for the Zap, taking over for Blake Imhoff in the 8th spot. Chipman readies with nobody on and 2 outs. The first pitch offering. Right down the middle for a strike. Goldberg thought about pulling the trigger on the swing, but instead thought better of it. But still, 0-1 the count. Chipman steps off, then readies. A 1 delivery. Swing and a grounder. Nabbed by Wilcox. The throw to McCarville is in time to retire Connor Goldberg. We will move to the top of the 6th inning with the score staying right where it is at 7-3. The Zap lead over the visiting Casper Spuds. You've been watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with CHIP. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You can think about CHIP as an extension of your payroll. With CHIP, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor, you get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
And we are back with the 6th inning of play as the kids run around the bases with Oahe Zap flags on their hands, excuse me. Zap outfield as Cale McCarville will come up to bat, the first baseman. Yet another hitter from Fort Scott Community College.
Zap fans, be sure to stay hydrated.
Getting ready
We have water and Gatorade available for purchase.
to try to hold this 4-run lead as the Zap, after a 5-run second inning, scored 2 in the third, have been unable to plate any more runs, but their pitching and defensive departments have done their job, only allowing one run after those 2 frames.
Hey fans, if you want an autograph from one of these Zap players, they'll be available for autographs down by the Zap dugout after the game.
Leinbach
Your chance to
still in there at pitcher for the Zap, trying to continue his quite stellar evening. He was able to get out of a jam last time. As McCarville comes up to the batter's box.
number 22.
Nobody on, nobody out. Trying to preserve this 4-run lead. Leinbach readies. The pitch. Off the outside corner for a ball. 1-0 the count on McCarville. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and a ball down low, scooped up by Briggs Richard, the catcher.
No, it isn't. Is it? I'm not sure. Yeah, he's big.
Evens up the count. 1-1. Nobody out, nobody on. The pitch. Swing and a chopper.
Looks like a single digit.
Grabbed and thrown, and is safe as Ludvigsen could not keep his feet from the high throw from Cy Taylor.
Number 6. Now pitching for the Zap, number 6, Anthony Budmeyer.
As Anthony Budmeyer is the new pitcher for the Zap, having taken over for Ridge Leinbach, who is tiring after the top of the 5th inning. The pitch from Budmeyer, showing bunt, is Addison Patton, the third baseman, instead of not to go on the ball outside.
14's batting.
Yeah. Do I forget to announce it? No, I'll do it after.
Budmeyer readies. The pitch. Showing bunt again is Patton. That ball is up high, though. 2-0 the count.
You guys said the pitcher was number 6.
McCarville at first.
14.
Nobody out. Patton readying for the 2-0 delivery. The pitch from Budmeyer. Now 3-0 on Addison Patton from Nelson University. Will Budmeyer walk Patton? And he will. Wow, the pitch just outside the strike zone, just a bit high. McCarville at second, Patton now at first,
Number 23, Holden Christensen.
with Holden Christensen, the designated hitter, up to bat for the Casper Spuds. Budmeyer in a little bit of trouble, but still with a 4-run lead. Looks back to second, now the pitch, down the middle for a strike. 0-1 the count, good confidence builder as he starts this at bat off on good footing. Readies, looks back to McCarville. Double checks, now kicks and deals. Showing bunt is Christensen. Good block by Briggs Richard, not to allow McCarville to steal third. Evens up the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike. That's what the umpire shows as Christensen readies for the 1-1 delivery from Budmeyer. Budmeyer throws back to second. McCarville's back in time. He'll come back to the mound. Budmeyer double checks McCarville again. Now kicks and deals. Up high, 2 balls and a strike. Starting to call it strike zone a little bit tighter at the upper half of the plate. Budmeyer double checks McCarville again, as he continually does. Pitch high and inside. 3 balls and a strike. Will he walk the bases loaded? That'll be trouble for the Zap if he does, because they have nobody out, having just replaced Ridge Leinbach. You're thinking Budmeyer will have to work out of this himself. The 3-1 delivery right down the middle, and that'll induce a full count. With 2 on, nobody out. Budmeyer trying to get the first out of this inning. Calm him down so that he can focus on the next batter up in line. The pitch down low, scooped up by Briggs Richard, the catcher. And Christensen will walk to first, McCarville to third, and Patton to second. With the beer batter, Carter Patak, number 1, the right fielder.
31. Batter's 31.
And I am just being told that we have a pinch hitter for the Casper Spuds. It is Drew Wardle. Drew Wardle out of Kansas Wesleyan, the infielder. As we have a meeting on the mound with Anthony Budmeyer.
Batting for the beer batter, Carter Patak, is our new beer batter, number 31, Drew Wardle.
Drew Wardle working with nobody out. Bases loaded.
Let's get loud, let's cheer for that strikeout.
Anthony Budmeyer trying to keep this a comfortable Zap lead. Budmeyer and a swing and a drive to left field. Caught by Blake Imhoff. And a force out at first base because nobody went to home plate because of the great catch by Blake Imhoff.
What do you mean force out at first base?
Left fielder, number 16.
It was a fly ball to left field.
Right, but he couldn't advance because nobody scored. That's what I meant. Sorry for the confusion, everybody. Ball up high. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 out. After the catch and nobody could advance. Budmeyer trying to work out of a jam. The 1-0 delivery chopped foul. Back behind the catcher into the net. One and 1 the count, 1 out. Looks to third. Now kicks and deals. Swinging a high pop-up. Shallow. First base side and caught.
Yep, infield fly rule. Runners can advance.
And now 2 outs
The catcher, number 10, David.
in the top of the 6th. With David Denton, the catcher, up to bat. All of a sudden, after nobody out and the bases loaded, 2 consecutive catches, 1 by Blake Imhoff and 1 by the second baseman, Gavin Frazier, to retire the leadoff batter for the Spuds, Cal Cosens, and Carter Patak. With David Denton, the catcher, trying to at least take advantage a little bit of the opportunity the Spuds had afforded to them. After Budmeyer walked the bases loaded, pitch up high and inside. Oh, wow, it hit him. Just barely nicked him on the hands, I believe. As McCarville will come home to score. Score gets a little bit tighter now, 4-7. 3-1 ball game, 3-run ball game, excuse me. Budmeyer looks at Caden Wilcox. Readies, chopper foul behind the catcher. 0-1 the count. Caden Wilcox, the shortstop. Trying to plate another runner or 2 and tighten this game even further. Budmeyer readies for the offering, just up high. 2-0 the count now on Caden Wilcox. The 2-0 delivery, swing, and a diving catch. Holy Toledo! The right fielder, Landon Meyer, proving that his switch from third base to right field pays off with a beautiful diving catch to save the 3-run lead for the Oahe Zap. We will move to the bottom of the 6th inning with the score 4-7. The Zap lead over the visiting Casper Spuds. You've been watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with CHIP. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You can think about CHIP as an extension of your payroll. With CHIP, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor. You get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
And we are back. What a catch by Landon Meyer. I cannot repeat that enough, as he saved at least one run, possibly two, to cut the lead for the Zap to 6-7. But instead, the score remains at 4-7, still a cushy 3-run deficit.
Well, Brandon, if he doesn't catch that, that is possibly inside the Parker.
It definitely might be, because that one was lifted down the right field line, and it was perfectly placed. And Landon Meyer right away jumped on top of it. Even then, with his great start on the baseball, he still had to dive for it because it was so greatly hit that it was falling at a speed that he couldn't get to and just jog there. As now, leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for the Oahe Zap is Gavin Frazier, the second baseman, as he takes a ball outside. 1-0 the count. Nobody on, nobody out.
Chipman's still on the bump.
Chipman is still on the mound. He hurries up and throws another one. This time catches the outside corner to even up the count at 1 apiece. Chipman delivers, swing, and a base hit. Wilcox could not grab it and dive for it. And Gavin Frazier has a leadoff single to start off the bottom of the 6th inning.
Frazier now 3 for 3 on the day.
He is indeed.
2 singles and a double with an RBI.
Dominic DiCarlo, as we go back to the top of the order, will be getting into the batter's box with one man on in Gavin Frazier, the second baseman. Chipman checks Frazier at first. Now the pitch, right down the middle for strike 1. A 1-1 the count, nobody out, 1 on. Zap leading by 3. They also have the lead in the hitting department, 10-6. Chipman looks back to first, now kicks and deals. Swinging a chopper. It will not get into the gap between Patton and Wilcox, but Wilcox could not make a throw.
Yep, that will be charged a single. No error.
DiCarlo was able to reach first base safely. Frazier to second. Nobody out, 2 on for Garen Gledhill, the designated hitter.
1 for 2 on the day. Singled in his first at bat in the first, walked in the second, struck out in the third.
Nice opportunity to extend their 3-run lead And the pitch right down the middle for strike one.
Acted like he was going to bunt. Did not.
He did.
He pulled it back.
Gledhill readies, now not looking to bunt. The pitch from Chipman, just low at the knees. Evens up the count at 1-1. Garen Gledhill readies for the 1-1 offering. 2 men on, nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch from Chipman, swing and a pop-up. Shallow right center field. Coming in is the center fielder Andrew Downing. Alex Downing for the first out of the inning.
A little bit of confusion.
As we have Augie Goethel.
Goethals.
Goethals working with 2 men on situation with 1 out. Is the umpire writing on a note card and puts it in his hip pocket. Readies, puts his mask on. Chipman gets the sign, looks back to second, and delivers. Swing and a miss. Ball just on the outside corner. 1-0 the count, 1 out, 2 men on. Chipman looks back to second, now delivers a ball high and inside. Goethals didn't chase. 2-0 the count. Trying to walk the bases loaded with 1 out and extend this 3-run lead for the Zap. Chipman nods his head, looks back again. The pitch up high and outside. 3-0 the count. 1 ball away from walking the bases loaded. Frazier at second. DiCarlo at first. The pitch. Swing and foul back and out of play into the road. Ryan won the count now. Chipman gets back on the mound. Readies. Gets the sign. Shakes his head. Now nods. Looks back to second. Now kicks and deals. Swing and a foul back off the Hyde Stadium board. Now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Frazier at second. DiCarlo at first. Goethals trying to plate yet another runner for the Oahe Zap and extend their lead to 4. Checks the runner at second. The pitch. Down low on the outside. Full count now. As we had an even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes at the previous pitch. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss on a ball down low and outside. He was able to get Gledhill to chase. As Landon Meyer will be subbed out.
Nope, was able to get Goethals to chase.
Excuse me. As Landon Meyer will be replaced by Ethan Pitcher. 2 outs. The pitch right down Broadway for a strike. 0-1 the count. 2 outs. Frazier at second. DiCarlo at first. Looks back to Frazier. Now kicks and deals. Swing and a foul ball. Slicing toward that fence and heading to the bridge. Oh, 0-2 the count. 2 outs. 4-7, the Zap lead by 3 over the visiting Casper Spuds. Chipman gets ready to deliver the 0-2 offering. Swing and a miss. He blew it by him on the high fastball, and Chipman gets out of a jam. We go to the top of the 7th with the score, 4-7. The Zap lead the Casper Spuds. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
Our number one goal is to educate you. Did you know that this is how the payment processing industry works? There's a cost from the card brands nobody can change. There's junk fees that sound like they fit. Having a custom fit solution is another reason people move to Chip. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
Back for the top of the 7th. As the Zap leave 2 stranded. They've left 1, 3, 4, 6 stranded in this one. Have scored 7. Gave up 1 more in the last inning.
Well, and that's why it was key when you had runners on first and second, Frazier at second especially, to plate them with no outs, because those Casper Spuds have been slowly crawling back into this ball game. They've scored 1 run each in the top of the 6th and the top of the 5th to crawl back within 3.
Yep, they've scored 1 in every inning except for the 4th and 5th. Excuse me, 3rd and 4th.
Anthony Budmeyer looks like will still
New pitcher,
Anthony Budmeyer will not lead the charge again,
30.
as it looks like we have a new pitcher, as we have Lucas Tolley, the right-handed pitcher out of Minnesota State Mankato, on the mound for the Oahe Zap. Looks like he'll be facing the second baseman, Andrew Witt.
Second baseman, number 2, Andrew Witt.
Lucas Toll, first pitch, lays down a bunt, goes towards the Spud dugout. Andrew Witt, 0 for 2 on the day. Pitch down. Fouled off behind, out of play. Count moves 0-2.
From Thinking Possibility, trust Avera Orthopedics.
As the umpire will wait for more baseballs. As the Zap tosses it to the catcher and hands one to the umpire. Catcher tosses it to the pitcher. Tolley sets and delivers. Called strike 3, looking, and what a way to start.
That's strike 3 and a long
Catching Witt for a second strikeout.
Yeah, you're darn right about being a great pitch. Right down the middle, maybe a little bit high. But Andrew Witt was not expecting it to be right there, and he was expecting it to be called a ball on the inside. Ball on the outside that time.
Tolley sets and delivers. Batter and Downing watches ball 2, low and in.
This seems like it should be part of that still can start at 5 o'clock. Still.
Tolley on the rubber, right side. Righty, lefty matchup. Pitch down, grounder, up the middle to the third baseman. Third throws over to first. And what a play from Mellon. Dives, makes the catch, gets to his feet, throws it over to Ludwigson for the second out.
Yeah, second that, Nick. Beautiful attempt, because Melton, he's playing third base. He got off of his spot relatively quickly, dove for it, caught it, and was able to make the throw across the bases. Not an easy play.
Pitch down. Call for a ball, low and away. To the batter in McCarville, the first baseman for the Spuds. Spuds trail 4-7. Pitch down, swing and a miss to McCarville.
McCarville today, I've seen 2 pitches down low and away that he's swung at, and that just perplexes me
Pitch
at
down.
this point.
Swing and miss, got it by from McCarville once again. Now moving to a 1-2 count. McCarville has also seen all 3 pitchers.
He has.
Saw Budmeyer to start off the 6th inning. Pitch down. That's a liner, shallow center field. The second baseman and Frazier dove, almost made the catch. It tipped off his glove. And what a Superman dive. That would have been phenomenal if he made that catch. He seems okay.
Yeah, he took a dive right into the grass, which I'm sure is a little bit soothing at this point. It's a nice day out in the ballpark. Not so soothing that he didn't make the catch, but that's a really hard play to make at that point. You still got 2 outs and only a man on first, so not the end of the world.
Patting up, pitch down. Call for a ball inside. McCarville takes his lead at first. Pitch home. Another ball. 2-0. That one was a little inside. Pitch down. Ball 3-0. Pitches are a little inside.
This is the point where you want to be careful. If you're Tolley, don't want to whack the bases.
Like Cadillos. Called strike down the middle. Still a prime hitter's count with it being 3-1. Sitting with 2 outs. Still attack. 3-1. Chopper. Hit the play. They'll call a foul. It's still a foul ball nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a foul ball. But not because
I get it. Full count.
home plate's a fair.
Pitch down. Runner runs. Pop up. Out of play. Lands on top of the press box.
If you some kind of top one that just spun on home plate, it would be a fair ball.
Tolley has done a nice job working back from being up 3-0 to now a full count. And
Full count.
almost
Pitch
out
down.
of it.
Runner runs. That's a line drive into center field. DiCarlo makes the catch. Coming in. And we'll move to the bottom of the 7th. As they leave 1 stranded, excuse me. Back to 30 seconds after this quick ad break. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with CHIP. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You can think about CHIP as an extension of your payroll. With CHIP, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor. You get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
Back for the bottom of the 7th as we activate our scorecard, as we honor our veterans, moving back to the Zap as they try to score more. And Brandon, what are your thoughts after that half inning?
Well, initially, it looked like a really good inning from Lucas Tolley. He started off hot, getting 2 straight batters. And then you had the drop, the unfortunate drop. It was a really hard play for Gavin Frazier to make. He couldn't. But then you had an unforced, really, mistake from Lucas Tolley by walking the next batter. And then you had 2 men on with 2 outs, and you got behind 3-0 in the count. And that's something where you don't want to see Tolley be in. You don't want to see him in a position where he's down 3-0 on account. Now, granted, he got out of that. But when you're down 3-0, you need to be careful about one pitch away from walking the bases loaded, and now you're still only up 3. So Zap have been living dangerously a few of these top of the inning frames.
And a new pitcher. Thomas Stokes, to number 29 for the Spuds. So we keep moving quickly in this one. Stokes sets and delivers. Called strike 1, low and in.
Thomas Stokes from Dawson Community College. In his career this past year, 13 appearances and 8.74 ERA in 22 innings pitched.
Stokes sets and delivers. Swing and miss, got it by Melton. A little low. Count move 0-2. Mason Melton singled in his first at-bat, grounded out to third in the second, and then flew out to center in his third at-bat. Pitch home. Ball inside. Interesting starting for Stokes. Moving the front foot a couple times. I initially think that's a balk. As he moves the front foot a little bit more. Leg kick of deals. Fly ball. Hits the netting down the first base line. Count will remain 1-2. Two-strike count. Pitch down. Call ball.
Melton thought he was gone on that one. I'm sure of it. He was walking away. Maybe just on a bit inside, but still, that looked like a strike from here.
Pitch home. Liner. Onto the street. Right to the press box. And out of play. Still a lot of strikes. Still a lot of baseball to be played, excuse me. Zap still leads 7-4. No runners on, no outs. As Melton leads off. Pitch down. Ball high. That will be ball 3. Full count now. Full count to Melton. Stokes sets, delivers. Ball high, hits the batter's helmet on a full count.
Melton did a good job there ducking out of the way. He still got hit. But otherwise, if he had just stood up right where he was, he would have gotten hit on the side of the head or maybe on the shoulder. Instead, he ducked and it hit the back of his helmet as he was ducking out of the way. Nonetheless, if he had gotten hit or hadn't, it's still a walk. Maybe not on the stat sheet, but still got a man on first with Ludvigsen coming up to the plate.
Ludvigsen had an RBI double in his first at-bat in the second, as they will do a quick pitchers meeting. Calm down your pitcher, as any pitcher's going to be shaken after hitting someone in the head. Thankfully, the speed isn't nothing like the majors.
No.
About 20 miles an hour slower, roughly, if my best guess. Ludvigsen wearing 11. Stokes sets and delivers. Ball high to Ludvigsen.
Umpire strike zone, especially up top, has been quite tight today.
Stokes sets, delivers. Ball past the catcher. And Melton will easily move up to second base on the wild pitch. Count will move 2-0. As this Zap try to increase their lead. 3 runs currently. 7-4. Sets and delivers. High for ball 3.
And that's one thing when you look at Stokes' stats from his time in college this past year. He's walked almost as many batters as he struck out, 27 walks, which is not a great stat by itself when you've
Stokes sets delivers.
when you've struck
Ball
out
strike 1
31
down the
batters.
middle.
The strike zone expands a little bit on 3-0. Yeah, oh, I agree. But it seems to be the case.
Pitch down. Ball into the dirt. Melton thought about going as it got a little bit by the catcher and Denton.
Denton was able to find it right away after it hit him. But now, again, just like the last inning, 2 men on with nobody out. This time, can the Zap plate a runner and continually expand this lead, or will the Casper Spuds continually eat into this lead like they have the past few innings?
Stokes sets, leg kick and deals. Bunt pulls it back, called for a ball low.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Side Taylor up. Pitch home. Lays down a bunt, misses at it. Throw down to second. Melton's back, sliding. Count moves 1-1. 2 runners on. At second, Melton. Lugvison walks to first. 1-1 count. Stokes sets. Leg kick and deals. Bunt laid down to the pitcher. And no play as no one will cover third base from Patton as he moved on to get it.
He did some miscommunication there by the pitcher, Stokes, and by his third baseman as Patton immediately came up. He was a little bit slower getting off of his third base bag, and then the pitcher, Stokes, was immediately there, but once Patton came up, there was nobody and nobody to throw to. So a great bunt there by Cy Taylor, and a really great situation from Connor Goldberg to plate at least 2 more runners to extend the lead.
No outs. Pitch home. Goldberg watches ball 1. Don't know where that missed, but it missed somewhere. Sesson delivers. Ball 2 low and away.
That should be 2.
2-0 count. Thomas Stokes on the bump. Bases loaded. All infielders in. On the grass. Pitch home. Little fly ball. Out of play. Does it hit the press box? No, it does not. Count will move 2-1. Still a hitter's count. A little half and half with pitchers and hitters count at 2-1.
Yeah, and it looks like we have a pitcher for the Casper Spuds warming up in their bullpen.
Same as the Zap. Pitch home. Another fly ball out of play.
Just about in
Onto
the
the
same
street.
spot.
Now a 2-2 count, definitely a pitcher's count. As you want at least something here. You don't want a double play, as the infielders will most likely throw it home first. Pitch home. Grounder to the first base. Nope, goes foul down the first base line.
Well, if he did, McCarville's right there, and so is Witt to try to grab that and either throw home or get him at first. So great thing there that it wasn't fair.
Pitch home. Check swing called. Strike 3 looking.
Just off the outside corner. And you could tell Connor Goldberg was hesitant about swinging at it. He thought about it, and then when he saw it curving to the left, to his right, he thought better of it. Still caught the umpire's corner, though, for the first out of the bottom of the 7th.
Only the third time the Zap have struck out. Fourth time, excuse me. Pitch home. Call for a ball. Stokes trying to get out of it like his teammates before him. Leg kick and deals. That's a line drive down the right field line. That will hit one of the light poles and go fair, but nope, it will remain foul.
If only that would be an option, to hit a light pole and then come back into fair play. And
just call it a home run. Call it a grand slam. Say that it's the...
Yeah, that would be an interesting change of the rules in the Independence League.
It's Frazier trying to be a big hero here. Has scored one before. Pitched home. High to Frazier. Almost got by, but great stop there from Denton, being able to reach up and catch the ball. 2-1 count. Stokes. High fly ball down the left field line. Left fielder makes the catch. Runner tags, however, and crosses the plate easily as Mountain crosses home. And that's the second out, but Brennan, if I'm playing left field, I think I'm going to drop that. I don't want to make the catch because they can't tag. You're down 3, now it's 4.
Yeah, Cal Cousins, he's made a few plays today and over this whole series, but it looked initially that it was going to slice fair, then immediately started curving to the left of that foul pole.
Second RBI for Frazier, as now it's Dominic DiCarlo. Pitch home. Call for a ball.
Kudo loves that drop foul, but then possibly setting up a big inning too if he gets it up and hit.
Wyman Gooey.
1-0. Called ball 2 inside.
About the same spot where those two pitches, both a little bit high and a little bit inside. DiCarlo not being fooled and not going for the cheese.
2-0 count. Stokes on the bump. Runners take their lead at first and second. Pitch home. Call for ball 3 outside.
Wow.
And this umpire's strike zone has shrunk drastically.
It has.
Towards the end of this game. As we almost reached 2.5 hours. Pitch home. Call for ball 4. And DiCarlo will walk.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Haberger isn't complaining about it since it's benefiting his team, and it looks like Stokes will be taken out of the ball game, or at least we'll have a meeting on the mound. But the strike zone over the last few at-bats has really shrunk. You've seen pitches just on the inside corner miss, according to him. You've seen pitches just on the outside. You've even seen pitches right over the heart of the plate being hesitantly called strikes. So it's been an interesting change over these past few frames.
Yes, it has.
Looks like we have a new pitcher too.
Yep, new pitcher. Just turn around, new pitcher.
Yep, Jonathan Mendez, who made his first appearance in the first game of this 3-game series against the Zap.
And Stokes' line is not yet finished with the runners on first, second, and third.
Jonathan Mendez on Friday's game, the first game of the series, in the Spuds 8-5 win over the Zap. 2 innings pitched, a walk, and 2 strikeouts.
Type of reliever you want to bring in with bases loaded and 2 outs, especially trailing by 4.
You want to limit the damage, but at this point, with it being the bottom of the 7th and only having 2 opportunities left to plate at least 4 runs, maybe 5 or 6, depending on how many the Oahe Zap can get. I was surprised they didn't take out Stokes sooner when you were seeing he was fatigued, he was tired, he was throwing pitches that weren't jiving with the umpire strike zone. So it'll be
Well, he's
interesting.
only been through 6 batters.
Right.
Oahe Zap, the designated hitter, number 28, Aaron Gledhill.
Garen Gledhill reached on a single in his first at-bat, reached on a walk in his second at-bat, struck out swinging, and then flew out to center in his third and fourth at-bats. Leg kick deals. Foul off onto the street, possibly hitting the car as one drives by as soon as the ball hits the concrete. Mendez, southpaw versus lefty. Lefty. Leg kick deals. Hits the batter.
Wow.
And a hit by pitch run score. But that will not be charged.
Right on the elbow, too.
To Mendez.
There was no doubt about that when you could just hear the pop. Right on that elbow brace.
I know how that feels. I broke my elbow like that.
Oh,
Pitch
wow.
hit me right on the elbow while batting. Broke it clean.
Catcher, number 19, Oahe Zap. Come on, we need a base hit.
Still bases loaded. 9-4 ball game for the Zap. Pitch home. Grounder down the third base line. That will drift off into foul territory. That was easily going to score 1.
Addison Patton was jumping on it, but the way it was bouncing, that chopper was going to head fair until it crossed the foul line. But if it did, it would have at least plated 2 runners.
With a name like pitcher, how could you not teach your kid to pitch? What are we doing here, parents?
Goethals. A 1 count. Mendez sets, leg kick deals. Goethals watches ball 2. Ball 1, excuse me.
That was surprising to see that on the outside part of the strike zone, too, and that was called a ball. So
Mendez sets, leg kick deals. That will be a high fly ball to left center field. Left fielder will get under it, make the catch in Cozens, and retire the side. Well, Zap put up 1 more run, and we'll send it back to Brandon for the top of the 8th after this quick ad. You're watching Oahe Zap Live Baseball.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm with Chip. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You can think about Chip as an extension of your payroll. With Chip, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor. You get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
And we are back for the 8th inning of play as the Zap have extended their 7-4 lead to 9-4 thanks to a 2-run bottom of the 7th. With bases loaded, they still left the bases loaded, but they were able to plate 2 runners. And now we have a new pitcher in for the Oahe Zap. It's number 26, left-handed pitcher Carson Dupuis, who played the first night, Friday night, in the 8-5 loss, just like Jonathan Mendez did for the Casper Spuds. He also played the last 2 innings. He walked one batter and struck out 4, giving up no runs and no hits. Two more innings are needed for the Oahe Zap to get their first win of the season and the first win of this series.
For the Spuds in the 8th, the designated hitter, number 23, Holden Christensen.
As Holden Christensen, the designated hitter out of Miles Community College, comes up to bat, the 8th hitter in the lineup. Nobody on, nobody out. 4-9, the Zap lead. The pitch right down the middle, and that's called a strike by the umpire. No doubt about that one. 0-1 the count. The pitch from Dupuis on the outside, but not called a strike. Like I have said many times throughout the broadcast, the umpire strike zone has shrunk enormously. Dupuis, third pitch in the at-bat, down low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Zap lead the Spuds in the hitting department 7-12 and have dominated the majority of the game. The pitch up high and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike.
My strategy would just be to stand there and don't swing.
Good grab by Briggs Richard as that pitch will walk Holden Christensen. Wow. A little bit up high, but not astronomically high like the previous pitch. And that will plate the leadoff runner.
What, 31?
Unless they changed it. The right fielder, number 31, Drew Wardell.
And Drew Wardle, who pinched hit last time for the Casper Spuds, has a grounder to the shortstop. Gets 1, gets 2 to Ludvigsen on a double play.
No, he was safe.
Wow, he was safe. He called him safe. Safe at first, but still gets the 1 out at second.
After the bobble, he made it a lot closer than I thought he would. The left fielder, number 16, Cal Cozen.
Holden Christensen called out at second. Now back to Cal Cozens at the top of the lineup. The pitch. Down low, scooped up by Richard. Dupuis looks at the man at first. Looks off, now back. Swing and a miss by Cal Cozens. As Dupuis blew it right by him to even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike apiece. 1 out, 1 on. Dupuis readies. Looks back to first. Then delivers the pitch. Down low on the inside. 2-1 the count now. Wardell at first. 1 out. 2-1 the count on Cal Cozens. Zap leading by 5. Dupuis looks to Wardell. Then delivers. A ball skips into the dirt. Richard collects it. 3-1 the count now. Cozens trying to draw a walk and get Wardell in scoring position to second base. Dupuis looks at Wardell at first, then kicks and deals. Up high, ball 4, and indeed Dupuis has gotten Drew Wardell to second on a walk, and Cal Cozens is at first with 1 out in the top of the 8th. As an infield meeting with Coach Haberger ensues at the mound. David Denton, the catcher for the Casper Spuds from Gordon State, will be up to bat with 2 men on, 1 out in the top of the 8th. Zap leading by 5.
Reminding you, the Oahe Zap are sponsored by Richie's East Brickhouse Barbecue and Grill and Care. Smoke low and slow. catcher, number 10, David Denton.
David Denton readies at home plate. Dupuis looks back to Wardell, now kicks and deals. Pitch down low and outside. 1-0 the count. One out, 2 men on. Wardell at second. Dupuis looks back to Wardell, now kicks and deals. Pitch right down the middle. Called strike, evens up the count at 1-1 apiece. Dupuis readies for the 1-1 offering to David Denton, the catcher. Delivers. Pitch high and inside. Nearly hit David Denton as he ducked out of the way. 2-1 the count now. 2 men on. 1 out. 9-4 the Zap lead the Casper Spuds in this finale of the 3-game series and of the opening series for the Oahe Zap. Looks back to second. Now kicks and deals. Right down the middle for strike 2, evening up the count. One out, 2-2. 4-9. The Zap lead commandingly over the Casper Spuds. 2 men on. Dupuis gets the sign, checks back at second. Now delivers. Pitch down low in the dirt. Scooped up by Riggs Richard. Full count now. 3-2. 1 out. Top of the 8th. 4-9. The Zap lead. Denton readies. Wardell at second. Cousins at first. Looks back to Wardell. Now kicks and deals. The pitch high. Ball 4. And Dupuis has walked the bases loaded with 1 out in this top of the 8th. The third batter in the order, Caden Wilcox, the shortstop from Bismarck State, comes to the plate with the chance to tighten up this ball game. Dupuis kicks and deals. Down low, gets away from the catcher, breaks Richard. Wardell scores and slides into home safely.
Just sloppy baseball. We've seen it the first 2 days.
Dupuis goes back to the mound with the 1-0 count. Cousins at third. Denton at second. As Caden Wilcox steps back into the batter's box with a 1-0 count, 1 out, 9-5. The Zap still lead the Spuds in the top of the 8th. Dupuis sets. Now kicks and deals. Pitch just down low on the knees. A bit outside of the plate. 2-0 now the count. Runners on second and third. Nobody's warming up in the Zap bullpen. Dupuis readies. Gets the sign. With 2 men on, 1 out. Kicks and deals. Low and in the dirt. Pitch outside. 3-0 the count. Dupuis starting to get shaky with a comfortable lead, but with 2 men on and 1 out, dangerous territory for the Zap to be in. The pitch to Wilcox. Down low, he walked the bases loaded yet again. A 4-run ball game. He's in danger of slipping away from the Oahe Zap with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Dupuis in a bit of trouble as the second baseman Andrew Witt coming to the plate, looking to put some more runs on for the Casper Spuds and tighten up this ball game. Dupuis needs a defensive play to get out of this jam. And he needs it now. 1 out. The pitch. Not a strike. A little bit high, but still in the vicinity of the strike zone. 1-0 the count. The umpire's not been kind in the past few frames. The pitch. This time a strike, just a teeny bit lower, and this time the umpire complies. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Bases loaded. Cozen's at third. The pitch. Down low on the outside corner. Still in the vicinity of a strike zone, like I said earlier, but not called a strike. 2-1. Denton at second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball inside. He evens up the count now, 2-2 with 1 out in the top of the 8th. The pitch. Swing and a high fly ball. That's foul territory on the first base side. We'll redo the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the 8th.
Orthopedics from pain to possibility. Trust Avera Orthopedics.
Cozen's at third, Denton at second. The pitch from Dupuis. Wow, not called a strike. It looked right down the middle, maybe a little bit on the inner half of the plate, but that's still on a regular day in minor league and college baseball. That is called a strike almost 90% of the time. The pitch from Dupuis skips into the dirt, and he has walked Cal Cosen's home. It is tightened again to a 3-run ball game. It was 7-4 before the Zap put on 2 more runs in the bottom of the 7th, and the Spuds, with a little help from the umpire, have gotten back right to that 3-1 ball game, and Aaron pitch, and David Denton is in to score to home easily from third base. Now a 2-run ball game, 9-7. As it skipped into the dirt, got away from Briggs Richard, the catcher, with Alex Downing, the center fielder, up to bat with only 1 out.
You gotta hope this pitcher in our bullpen can warm up fast enough.
Dupuis ready, kicks and deals, skips into the dirt yet again. Dupuis only coming
it's not
in.
on Dupuis, all of it.
Dupuis coming in just for this top of the 8th inning has only been in 1/2 of an inning, and is already allowed to score 3 batters. As a pitch, high pop up, shallow left field, playable and caught by Cy Taylor, the shortstop. 2 outs now in the top of the 8th.
The first baseman, number 22, Cale McCarville.
Cale McCarville, the first baseman, with 2 outs, 2 men on, in the top of the 8th with a 2-run ball game. The Spuds having scored 3 straight after the Zap opened up a 5-run lead. Dupuis readies for Cale McCarville.
Trying on the pond.
Trying to escape this inning with 3 runs in for the Casper Spuds, but still leading by 2. McCarville looks back to second. Now the pitch up high.
Just play
1
catch
ball
with
and
your
no
catcher.
strikes.
Just play catch with your catcher. You were taught as a kid, just play catch with your catcher.
1-0
1-0 the count, 2 outs. 7-9. The Zap lead. Pitch inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Wilcox at third. The pitch. Down low, scooped up by Briggs Richard. 3-0 the count. In danger of walking the bases loaded yet again. Self-inflicted errors. Some unkind calls by the umpire have led to a 3-run top of the 8th inning for the Casper Spuds. The pitch from Dupuis. Walks McCarville. And the bases are indeed loaded for Addison Patton, the third baseman, as the infield and Coach Haberger will have a chat with Dupuis, and he's going to take him out of the ball game.
Brandon, without looking at your scorecard, how many walks do you think that is in that inning?
Oh boy. Let's say at least 10.
In the inning, we haven't even gone through the lineup.
That's true.
We're close to.
We are close to 10. We are.
It needs to get past Patton, and then yes, they do go through, but 6.
6? Okay.
Without the fielder's choice, technically there hasn't been an out. Besides the pop-up to shortstop. Technically, fielder's choice, you could say, is, well, it is a sacrifice in a way. Could have been a double play.
As we will have the new pitcher for the Oahe Zap, as Austin Aroka will take the mound for the Oahe Zap, trying to preserve the 7-9 lead with 2 outs. The bases loaded in the top of the 8th.
Also pitched before Carson in game 1.
He
Austin
did.
pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 walk, no strikeouts.
All they need is one defensive play. A good pitch that will lead to a pop-up, a ground out. Something that'll get you out of this jam. Because a base hit here with the bases loaded could easily tie up this ball game.
Yes, it most definitely does. If it's to right field, down the line, even just to the right fielder, shooter through the infield, scores 1 depending on the speed at second. In Witt, Witt, a second baseman, he's going to score.
Yep.
Him and Wilcox, the middle infielders, they'll score on an infield single.
Third baseman,
Witt and Wilcox
Addison Patton.
at second and third, respectively. McCarville at first. Addison Patton readies for the first Austin Aroka delivery. And that's called a strike. On the outside, it could be debated that was a ball,
A rare strike.
but called a strike by this umpire. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Austin Aroka trying to get out of a jam. The pitch, chopper to the shortstop. Sty Taylor throws to second. He is safe.
Wrong choice there from Cy Taylor.
Wow.
To first.
Get the easy out. You're always told as a shortstop, hey, don't try to force it to second. Get the easy out at first, Addison Patton. Instead, McCarville slides into second safely.
Designated hitter, number 23.
Now it's just a 1-run ball game.
With Wilcox scoring at first. A 4-run 8th inning by this Casper Spuds team. Christensen takes ball 1.
Walked in his first at-bat to start this inning.
Designated hitter from Miles
Was
Community
out at-
College.
Was out at second due to a fielder's choice.
Works on a 1-0 count. 2 outs. Aroka sets and delivers. Swing and a grounder to the shortstop. Sty Taylor shovels it over. And that's the top half of the 8th inning. It felt like forever, but the Zaps still do have a lead, albeit just 1 run.
After 7.5 innings.
But 4 runs put up by the Casper Spuds in that top half of the inning cuts the lead 8-9 with the Zap up to bat next in the bottom of the 8th. You've been watching Oahe Zap Baseball.
I'm Jason. I'm with Chip. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You can think about Chip as an extension of your payroll. With Chip, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor. You get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
And we are back after a stunning half inning of play that felt like it took 12 hours to complete.
Only took like 20 minutes.
It did, but it felt quite a long time. For a half inning, that's a pretty long time, considering you had one pitching change from Dupuis, who just came in the top of the 8th inning. Austin Roca able to get out of a jam with still 4 runs scored by this Casper Spuds team to cut the lead to just 1 as Quinn Ludvigsen.
You know what's crazy? He gave up.
Eli Pitcher, 21 instead of 11, is up to bat. Continue what you were saying, Nick?
Hold on, I'll wait after this next pitch.
All right. The pitch. Up high. Ball 1.
We gave up 4 runs on no hits and 6 walks.
You still have the advantage. The Oahe Zap do 7-12 in the hitting department. The pitch. Outside. That's ball 2.
Another interesting thing. That is the 3rd inning that the Spuds have left bases loaded.
Jonathan Mendez, the pitch, down low, 3 balls and no strikes.
Since the 4th inning, in the 4th they left 2 on base. 5th and 6th they left 3 on base. 7th they left 1 on base, and then in the 8th they left 3 on base.
Mendez deals not a strike. It was a ball up high. It looked like it caught the top end of the strike zone. Not to be for the umpire, as the leadoff man will walk for Eli Pitcher. As Jonathan Mendez,
Number 13, Mason Melton.
as Mason Melton, the 3rd baseman, will come to the plate. Mendez looks back to the 1st baseman, then a bunt from Melton. Patton throws to first to McCarville in time to retire Melton. But on the sack bunt, Eli Pitcher will move to second with 1 out in this bottom of the 8th inning, trying to get back at least part of that 5-run lead. As now Quinn Ludvigsen, the 1st baseman from Minnesota State Mankato, up to bat. A lefty-lefty matchup against Jonathan Mendez. Mendez kicks and deals. Down low. Good stop by David Denton, the catcher. That could have gotten away from him. Instead, he cupped his glove and nabbed it. Eli
Pitcher
Pitcher.
do what he did in game 1.
Yep. Eli Pitcher at second. Delivers. Strike 1. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Eli Pitcher at second. The lead is 1 for the Oahe Zap, 8-9. Mendez looks back to Pitcher at first. Then kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Ludvigsen Swung and missed at a fastball. Over the plate. Now 1-2 the count. 1 out. Eli pitcher at second. Ludvigsen readies. The pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball high on top of the strike zone. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th.
The shortstop, number 8, Cy
The Zap
Taylor.
running out of chances to extend this 1-run lead as Cy Taylor, the shortstop, gets ready to face Mendez with pitcher at second. 2 outs. Mendez looks back to pitcher, now delivers. Swinging a high pop-up. Third base side, but foul. 0-1 the count. 2 outs. 8-9. The Zap lead by 1 with pitcher at second. Mendez delivers high for ball 2. 2-1 the count now. 2 outs. Pitcher at second. Casper Spud pitcher warming up in the bullpen. Mendez checks the runner at second. Now kicks and deals. Swing and a near catch by Andrew Witt. He couldn't grab it. And it's a base hit. In to score is Eli pitcher. And the Zap have grabbed a 2-run lead as Andrew Witt just couldn't grab the liner off of his glove. And an RBI single for Cy Taylor, very much needed in this bottom of the 8th. It was Connor Goldberg, the pinch hitter, readies against Mendez with a man at first. Mendez kicks and deals. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Ball 1, no strikes, 2 outs. 10-8, the Zap have extended their lead to 2 after a 4-run top of the 8th inning by the Casper Spuds. Cut it to 1. Mendez looks back to first. He waits. Now kicks and deals. Pitch down low on the outside corner, but caught the strike zone.
Brandon, for that RBI from Taylor, the second baseman, Witt, kind of caused that run in a way.
The pitch, and back to first base is Cy Taylor. Safe as Denton was trying to pick him off. 2-1 the count now against Connor Goldberg. Mendez kicks and deals in the dirt. Wow, Cy Taylor decided not to run.
Probably couldn't see the ball being blocked from.
Wow, it apparently hit Connor Goldberg.
That player takes 1 for the team tonight. Nice hit by pitchers.
With 2 outs, 2 men on, as Mendez will have a meeting with his catcher and infield. And will the pitcher warming up in the bullpen come in?
Yep.
It's looking like he will. Mendez's 2 innings of work looks to be done. In the bottom of the 8th inning, with the score 10-8, the Zap lead Casper Spuds.
And what I was saying was, with that line drive tipped by Frazier, if that doesn't get tipped, pending the right fielder's arm, could have been thrown out at home.
It wasn't as far into the gap as you would have thought. The tip kind of caused it to spiral into the right field gap. I see what you're saying on that. As we look at the new pitcher coming in for the Casper Spuds, it's number 21, Jake McMahon, who also pitched in Friday's game against the Zap. He pitched 2 innings right before Mendez closed the game out, gave up 1 run on 1 hit, and struck out 2 batters, trying to limit the damage to just 1 run and keep this a 2-run ball game. Is McMahon.
Yep, Jake McMahon.
McMahon trying to keep this a 2-run ball game. And
I mean, this is probably our best hitter of the day, one of them at least, and Gavin Frazier, 3 for 3 on the day, with also a sac fly, 2 RBIs, 2 singles, 1 double.
Well, and if you also think about if Gavin Frazier reaches on base here, you're back to the top of the lineup with Dominic DiCarlo, so even more of a reason and incentive
Yes,
to reach base.
but also DiCarlo has only singled once.
He has
He's
struggled
walked
today.
once. He's flew out to center, flew out to short, and hit a sac fly. So he has 1 RBI.
Gavin Frazier, though, has had a stellar game. 2 men on, first and second. McMahon has had multiple warm-up pitches, trying to get loose with 2 outs, 2 men on. With Gavin Frazier now coming to the batter's box and trying to extend the Zap lead to 3, possibly more. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. McMahon looks back to second. Now kicks and deals. Pitch inside. It did not catch the strike zone, says the umpire. 1-0 the count. Goldberg at second. The pitch. Down low and outside. McMahon looks back to second. Now kicks and deals. Up high and inside for ball 3. Goldberg at first, pitcher at second. McMahon deals, and a called strike 1 as Gavin Frazier was ready to walk to first base and get the bases loaded for the Zap, but instead no can do from this umpire. He called a very late strike 1. The pitch up high and inside.
Surprised he didn't call that one a ball.
Yeah. Cy Taylor will go to third. Goldberg to second. Now Frazier to first. With the bases loaded, Dominic DiCarlo, and the top of the order will resume with the center fielder with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Chaotic, crazy, entertaining game at Hyde Stadium, 10-8. The Spuds trail the Oahe Zap. DiCarlo ready for the first pitch offering, right down the middle, called strike. No guarantees today from this umpire. But this strike was no doubt. In theory. DiCarlo ready for the 0-1 delivery from McMahon. Swinging a chopper, third base side, foul though. 0-2 the count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Pitcher 90 feet away from extending the lead for the Oahe Zap to 3. As it stands, it's a 2-run lead, 10-8 in the bottom of the 8th. The Zap have controlled most of this ball game except for a 4-run top of the 8th inning from the Casper Spuds, tightening this game. McMahon delivers. Swing and a miss. And a ball down low. Scooped up by David Denton. And that will retire the Oahe Zap, And we will move to the top of the ninth with a 2-run lead for the Oahe Zap. They're hanging on by a thread. You are watching the Oahe Zap.
Our number one goal is to educate you. Did you know that this is how the payment processing industry works? There's a cost from the card brands nobody can change. There's junk fees that sound like they fit. Having a custom fit solution is another reason people move to Chip. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
Now pitching for the Zap, number 11.
And we are back with another pitching change from the Oahe Zap. It's Quinn Ludvigsen, who is on the mound for the Oahe Zap, trying to finish the deal. It looks to be that way, as we are checking it out. As the Zap tried to close out this game, it seemed all but guaranteed that the Zap would take this finale, but instead, the Casper Spuds come roaring back to cut the lead to 1. The Zap respond with a run in the bottom of the 8th, but still, it's anybody's ball game.
That is Quinn. Didn't know because pitched yesterday, and I didn't think he could pitch back-to-back days.
Surprising to me at first, but yes, it is Quinn on the mound, the first baseman. And the pitch down low and outside. Same place, same outcome. Ball 2 as Drew Wardell, the pinch hitter for the Casper Spuds, takes ball 3 up high with nobody on and nobody out. The last chance for the Casper Spuds to come up with a few runs and try to tie or take the lead. Ludvigsen kicks and deals in the dirt. And that's ball 3. 4 straight balls will insinuate a walk for the leadoff man in Drew Wardell.
Left fielder, number 16, Cal.
As we move back to the top of the lineup with Cal Cosens, the left fielder, coming up to the plate with one man on in Drew Wardell. Ludvigsen looks him down, then the pitch right down the middle. That's a strike. 0-1 the count. Ludvigsen looks to first and kicks and deals. Swing and a foul chopper. Left field side. 0-2 the count. Quinn trying to slowly and surely get the Zap to their first victory of the year and first victory of the series. The pitch. Swing and a grounder. Third base side, but foul as it hits the wall. And Blake Imhoff goes and grabs it. Ludvigsen, an 0-2 count. One on, nobody out. In the top of the 9th, the last gasp for the Casper Spuds, down 8-10. The pitch. Check swing. No, did not go. At a pitch up high. 1-2 the count.
It's hard to see like left and right up here too.
Ludvigsen looks at Drew Wardell, then the pitch. Swinging a chopper, foul into the concourse.
That foul ball was brought to you by
We'll redo the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Man on first is Drew Wardell.
Sometime. I have used that.
Cosins, readies. 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss! Blew it right by him down the heart of the plate.
That matter just got
1 down, 2 to go for Quinn Ludvigsen to close out this victory for the Oahe Zap. Hopeful victory. As the second batter in the order for the Casper Spuds, David Denton, the catcher, readies, swing and a miss again. Ball down low. He was able to get Denton to chase. Man on first, 0-1 count, 1 out, top of the 9th. The pitch. Down low and outside. Richard had to get to his knees to go and grab it. Evens up the count now, 1 apiece. Ludvigsen kicks and deals, swing and a miss! 1-2 the count. Gutsy performance from Quentin Ludvigsen. 1 out, 1-2 the count. Wardell at first. The pitch. Did he go? No. It will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Joe Wardell standing at first. Ludvigsen kicks and deals. Did not go on the ball down low and outside. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the 9th. Ludvigsen trying to finish off the Casper Spuds and give the Zap their first win of the year. Can he do it? The pitch. Swing and a foul. Right field side. First base out of play. 3-2 the count. 1 out. One man on base. That's Wardell at first. Kicks and deals. The pitch up high and outside. He walked him. Man on second is Wardell. And Denton will move to first.
Yeah, hold on. The shortstop, number 13, Caden Wilcox. Yeah, I will do that.
Third batter in the order, Caden Wilcox, the shortstop. Readies, the pitch, swing and a miss. A big hack from Caden Wilcox and came up empty, swinging on air. 0-1 the count, 1 out. Man on second and first, the pitch, swing and a miss again. Wilcox is trying to hammer home at least the run that will cut it to a 1-run ball game. He's come up short both times. They are swinging for the fences. Ludvigsen kicks and deals. Swing and a foul ball, a liner down the right field side. We'll redo the count at 0-2. As Ludvigsen will have a talk with his second baseman, Gavin Frazier. And the catcher, Briggs Richard, will soon join. Time to catch your breath if you're a Zap fan or if you're a Spuds fan. As the umpire dusts off home plate, we're back to action. The pitch. And a called strike 3 looking. It was hesitant from the umpire. It was close.
That matters, Glenn, just went straight.
But the umpire finally agreed. It was strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 outs.
Number 2,
Andrew Witt, the last hope for the Casper Spuds. Trying to keep this game alive. The pitch from Ludvigsen, swing and a miss, and a ball outside and in the dirt. 0-1 the count, 2 strikes and it's over. Ludvigsen readies. Looks back to first. Now to second. The pitch. Swing and a foul chopper left field side out of play. 0-2 the count. One strike away from the Zaps' first win of the year in 2026. Can Ludvigsen deliver? Looks back to first. Now the pitch. Up high for ball one. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Top of the ninth. Zap leading by 2 with men on second and first. Ludvigsen, the normal first baseman, on the mound. Readies. The pitch. Swing and a miss, but gets behind the catcher, Briggs Richard. Now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. You know it had to come to another bases loaded opportunity for the Casper Spuds. Fans figuratively pulling their hair out here at Hyde Stadium after the Zap had a 5-run lead in the 7th. Now with bases loaded, Ludvigsen trying to end this ball game right here and give the Zap their first win of the year.
A single scores 2.
Alex Downing, the center fielder, trying to be the hero for the Casper Spuds. Can Ludvigsen deny him? Strike right down the middle. 0-1 the count. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Ludvigsen readies, looking back to first. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. It all comes down to this. 0-2 the count. 2 outs. 8-10 the Spuds trail the Zap. As now we have a meeting between the catcher and Ludvigsen.
Hey, Brandon, should I do a broadcaster's jinx right now?
Let's not do that. Let's wait.
He's going to strike him out.
We'll see. Let's hope so if you're a Zap fan. If you're a Casper Spuds fan, you're hoping for the opposite result.
If you're a Zap fan listening at home and something happens, you could blame the announcer. The non-announcer, the broadcaster.
Downing, readies, the pitch. No, not a strike. Not a cold strike 3 looking. Just on the outside corner. Alex Downing now working at a 1-2 count. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Ludvigsen delivers. Swing and a miss. And that's your ball game. The Oahe Zap finally have gotten their first win of the year over the Casper Spuds in the finale. 10-8. They had us for a little bit. They were leading 9-4, but the Casper Spuds came back with 4 runs in the top of the 8th inning. The Zap responded with 1 run and a gutsy performance by Quinn Ludvigsen to finish off the Casper Spuds with bases loaded and 2 outs. And now we can all breathe a sigh of relief for the first time in a while.
We'll send it to a quick break and then recap this game.
Thank you, fans, for all your great support throughout our team.
If it works.
I'm Jason. I'm with Chip. We're a local payment processing organization based out of Spearfish, South Dakota. You could think about Chip as an extension of your payroll. With Chip, you get a customized solution for your business, as opposed to if you're just going to go online and find a payment processor. You get whatever they do. It's just whatever they have out of their box is the box that you get put into. With us, we actually are looking at custom solutions that fit what you do. We sit down with you, we break it down so you understand what you're looking at. That way you can make an informed decision about your business and what is the right thing for you to do. Visit chip.cc and book an appointment.
And we are back to recap a crazy game at Hyde Stadium. What a fitting way to finish off this opening weekend finale of the series with the Casper Spuds. The Zap hang on to barely squeak by the Casper Spuds after dominating most of the game and having a 9-4 lead. They win 10-8. And Nick, What happened?
Well, I mean, it was a good game, good hitting from the Zap. Finally, we break free. I mean, we had, let's see. Let me see, line all this up.
The game tonight was 3 hours and 14 minutes.
I mean, we had more hits than we had, almost more than half of the hits we had in the first two games. We had more runs today than the first two games. We had 9 through 2. We scored 10. Hitting was good, like I said. We didn't strike out that many times. I have it as 4, 5, 6, about 7 strikeouts. Not bad. Past couple days we've been around that number, so hopefully we can work on that a little bit. I don't think I saw any errors for both teams. Maybe one, maybe a couple. I don't know.
There were a few wild pitches here and there.
Wild pitches don't count as errors,
But they
though.
don't. You're right. And there were some mistakes here and there, but both teams had seemed like they had cleaned up the majority of their mistakes that they had through the first two games. And finally, the Zap broke through. Like you said, they had multiple runners in scoring position, and this time they plated them. They played small ball really well. They were able to get quite a few singles throughout the first half of this game. They ended up going a little bit cold. They started stranding a few here and there, but at the end, they were able, their defense and the pitching was just able to be good enough to get the win over a very good Casper Spuds team. And I have a feeling, well, we're definitely going to be seeing them again in the regular season. But these two teams right now, before any of the other three teams in the Independence League play, these two teams look battle-tested and ready for the regular season, wouldn't you say?
Battle-tested, definitely. Pitching needs a little work with the wild pitches. So I wouldn't say fully ready. Obviously, it's nice to see a win. But I have my player of the game. Do you have yours? I mean, I think it's Gavin Frazier.
I don't disagree with that. Gavin was amazing. He was stellar in the big moments that we needed him. And when the Zap needed a hitter to come through, to break through and to extend the lead and to keep it and to play defense at second base the way he did, it was phenomenal. Yep. And in this win, you have to credit him with a good portion of the credit. And I agree with you wholeheartedly on that.
Yeah, Frazier, his final line is 2 singles, 1 double, 1 sac fly, and a walk. So he went perfect. I don't think you can't really do much better than that. So
no.
That's all I got besides staying charged up for next Saturday. Tomorrow they play Spearfish, so if you're in town,
they go to
make the 2.5-hour drive, whatever it is. Try and decide if I want to go or not. Haven't decided yet.
Well, anyways, we've had a great time broadcasting these 3 games, the opening series for the Independence League. We hope you've enjoyed at least this game. If you had tuned in to the previous 2, we hope you enjoyed those. All 3 were very competitive to the end. And both teams are very evenly matched, especially in this beginning part of the season. We thank you for watching Zap Baseball. I'm Brandon Whaley along with my partner Nick Bennett. We thank you for joining us. Have a great night, everybody. This has been